You're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action? Get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
The Las Vegas skyline has changed dramatically since Ted Weens first opened its doors in 1948. Heck, more times than you can count. But what hasn't changed in 69 years is Ted Weens Complete Auto Service's commitment to being a family business. And that means a business that's good for your family, too. Stop by any of Ted Weens' 11 Valley locations anytime you need help with your car, and they will help you. Ted Weens Complete Auto Service, family owned since 1948. They really do care.
Deep Eddy Vodka, a high-quality vodka with an even higher purpose, to bring people together for good times. We take sunshine, stellar vibes, and laid-back fun and bottle it up for the world to enjoy. The result, a refreshingly clean, real vodka made with real ingredients, ready for you to enjoy, however, wherever, and with whomever you like. Vodka is for fun. Please stay drink responsibly.
Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, distilled by corn.
Yes, man can. Yes, man can.
This season, UNLV Athletics and Yes Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing are teaming up for home comfort savings. Call the pros at Yes and take $100 off any heating, cooling, or plumbing repair. Yes Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, official partner of UNLV Athletics. Just say yes and call 702-888-4937 to schedule your appointment today. Visit theyesmancan.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number 71246, 71233, 87262, EAS 0074696.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
It's a blitz. The quarterback scrambles, looking for an open receiver. Nope, sacked. That's how you stop a big play. Now, imagine your business as the quarterback. You need a strong team to support you. Les Olson IT is your offensive line, protecting your business and helping you score big. We're talking touchdowns for your bottom line. Visit lesolsonit.com for a free technology assessment. Let's make some big plays together.
Les Olson IT.
Approaching kickoff here in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl, coming to you from the Ford Center here at the Star. Matt Never joined by head coach Dan Mullen here on our Ted Weens pregame show. And Coach, here we are, 14th game of the year. Before we get into the game itself, what's your experience been like with the pre-bowl activities this week? I know that's becoming more and more of a focus for bowl games, really nationwide. But how has your experience been this week in Frisco?
Boy, it's been great. You know, everybody here at the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl have been fantastic. The people in Frisco, the area, the hotel is great. Really cool area for bowl game, a lot for our players to do, a lot to see. They've had some fun activities. Obviously, you know, the sponsorship of Scooters Coffee has been amazing. I know. Even back home, we can go check one out. There's a Scooters Coffee in Vegas. So, but no, the activities are a lot of fun. I think our guys have really enjoyed the trip. I think bowl games, you know, now number one most important thing is to win the game. But also the second part of it is the educational aspect, the aspect of getting to go to a new city, getting to go experience new things, have a great time, and then celebrate this team with one last time playing together. Our guys have bought into that. You know, when it's been time to have fun, they've had a great time. When it's time to lock in and do ball, they've been locked in. We have some great practice meetings, walkthroughs. So I know they're excited to play one last game together as a team tonight.
And talking about the themes of bowl games nationwide, one of the themes that a lot of teams deal with is transfers, players leaving, players coming in, and just a real topsy-turvy time of the year. That has not been the case for you and your coaching staff and your team, and I can only imagine that's got to be a tremendous source of pride for you.
Well, our guys love to play, you know, and that's one of the great things. We'll see, you know, I mean, this team, you know, they came together as a team. They've stuck together a team. They're going to finish as a team. So it's been great. We haven't had any opt-outs. We'll see who's still on the team after, you know, I mean, when we get back in January, when the portal opens, I'm sure sure a lot of guys will have a lot of tough decisions that they're going to have to make over the next couple of weeks. But it shows the character of the guys that we have here and how we've come and the culture within our team that in 1 year we've built this where, we have with all new coaches, all new players. I think this time last year, there were 15 players and 3 coaches, I think, on the team. But these guys have all come together, stuck together, and want to finish together, and that says a lot about them as players and what a great job our assistant coaches have done in building this all together.
Joined here by Dan Mullen on our pregame show. Now, taking a look at the opponent, the Ohio Bobcats, coming out of the MAC after an 8-4 season. They just missed out on the MAC championship game. You've had a couple extra weeks to get ready for this opponent. They've had an interesting couple of weeks as well. But on tape, what can fans expect to see and hear tonight on our broadcast from this Bobcats team?
Yeah, excellent team, like you said. I mean, I think they didn't get in. They won. They must not have head-to-head in the MAC matchups because they beat all the teams played for the championship, I think. So, they're a really, really good football team. Been a good program for a while. They have a lot of guys that have stuck around the program that have been developed within their program. They're a physical team, physical on both lines of scrimmage, really good defensive front, but they play complementary football. They're going to run the football. They're going to be extremely physical in the backfield, run the ball, try to eat up the clock, play a ball control game, control the line of scrimmage, and then if you complement that with the physical defense, limit the number of possessions you have in the game and make you be really efficient. So it's going to be maybe a little bit of different styles of two teams, and we'll see which one comes out on top.
And lastly for you here, Coach, on both sides of the ball, what is something that you liked towards the end of the regular season that you'd like to see take that next step tonight?
Well, I mean, at this point, I want to just see us finish. I want to see us, our whole goal coming into the season was to be a better team at the end of the year, beginning of the year, to get better every single day, to improve. This is it. This is the end. So this is the last time this team gets to play together, and I want us to go out there and put our best performance of the season, have our best performance of the season on the field. And so, I just want to see us in every phase, go as hard as we can, execute, play together as a team, and find a way to get a win and finish this special season off.
You also said yesterday in the press conference that your guys would be ready to play another game. Have you had anybody get in touch with you about that?
Yeah, no one's reached out yet, but, I think our guys, if they just said, hey, yeah, we got this other team's deciding that these teams are opting out, that's the guys come here because they love to play football, not for other reasons. And so the fact that our guys love to play football, that's why they're here. We'll see. Maybe someone will call. Maybe we'll put on a good enough show tonight that someone wants to call and have us play another bowl game. We'll try to round everybody back up for one more.
Hey, I'll broadcast as many games as you can schedule. Dan Mullen, our guest here on the Ted Weens pregame show. Best of luck tonight, final game of the year.
Thank you.
We'll be back with Coach's Keys and kickoff next between UNLV and Ohio in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. This is the Ted Weens pregame show, and you're listening to the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield.
Yes, man can. Yes, man can.
This season, UNLV Athletics and Yes Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing are teaming up for home comfort savings. Call the pros at Yes and take $100 off any heating, cooling, or plumbing repair. Yes Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, official partner of UNLV Athletics. Just say yes and call 702-888-4937 to schedule your appointment today. Visit theyesmancan.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number 71246, 71233, 87262, EAS 0074696.
Parkway Tavern is the official home of the Rebels on the road. With 5 neighborhood taverns, including the newest location next to the M Resort, there's no better place to win with the Rebels. Enjoy $5 Bud Light and Michelob Ultra drafts and $5 Crown Royal and Captain Morgan cocktails during every game all season long. Plus, download the Parkway app and enter promo code BREAKFAST for a free classic breakfast from 12 a.m. to 10 a.m. at any of their 5 Valley locations. Parkway Tavern is a proud partner of your UNLV Rebels. Visit pkwitavern.com or follow them on social media for upcoming events and promotions.
Deep Eddy Vodka, a high-quality vodka with an even higher purpose, to bring people together for good times. We take sunshine, stellar vibes, and laid-back fun and bottle it up for the world to enjoy. The result? A refreshingly clean, real vodka made with real ingredients, ready for you to enjoy however, wherever, and with whomever you like. Vodka is for fun. Please drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distillery and Company, Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, distilled by corn.
The Las Vegas skyline has changed dramatically since Ted Weens first opened its doors in 1948. Heck, more times than you can count. But what hasn't changed in 69 years is Ted Weens Complete Auto Service's commitment to being a family business. And that means a business that's good for your family, too. Stop by any of Ted Weens' 11 Valley locations anytime you need help with your car, and they will help you. Ted Weens Complete Auto Service, family owned since 1948. They really do care.
Injured in a car accident or at work? Don't go it alone. Call Shook & Stone, Nevada's premier injury and disability law firm. With over 25 years of experience, we've helped over 20,000 Nevadans recover over $1 billion in compensation and benefits.
At Shook & Stone, we understand the challenges you face after an accident or injury. Medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. And insurance companies that put their interests before yours.
But you don't have to go it alone. Our team of experienced attorneys and staff is here to fight for the compensation and benefits you deserve.
Whether you've been injured in a car accident, workplace injury, construction accident, medical malpractice, or any other type of personal injury, Shook & Stone have the knowledge and resources to protect your rights.
For 3 decades, Shook & Stone has been here for you and your family. You're not alone. Call Shook & Stone at 702-GET-MORE for a free consultation. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
The official partner of UNLV Athletics.
Shook and Stone. Call 702-GET-MORE.
Too much of the same thing getting you down. Your prescription for fun and excitement? A South Point Hotel and Casino. See a live show, enjoy a first-run movie, go bowling, indulge in great food. 11 restaurants are just waiting for you, including an all-you-can-eat buffet. Go for a splash in the incredible pool area. Indulge in a steam, sauna, facial, or special massage. Oh, yeah! And there's always free parking. You won't want to leave. Your entertainment destination and your prescription for total fun. The South Point.
All right.
Now back to the UNLV football pregame show, presented by Ted Weens Complete Auto Service.
Rebel football on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield is proudly presented by Findlay Chevrolet. Rev up Rebels. Findlay Chevy has a large selection of vehicles so that you can score big on savings. Findlay Chevrolet off of Rainbow and 215, home of the #1 volume Chevy dealer west of Texas. We are in Texas, Frisco to be exact, at the Ford Center at the Star, practice facility of the Dallas Cowboys, ready to go for the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff between the Rebels of UNLV and the Bobcats of Ohio. Before we can get it started, we got to take a look at our coaches' keys, presented by Southern Nevada Toyota Dealers Association, a special bowl edition. We've got Caleb's keys. Caleb Herring, take it away.
Yeah, these keys to the game are going to sound very familiar. Obviously, number one is going to be win the turnover battle. That's one of the best indicators of success in the game of football, really in any sport, is winning the turnover battle. UNLV started the season creating turnover after turnover, especially in the form of interceptions. Had a slow section in the middle of the season, but they got to get back to creating turnovers, and obviously on the offensive side, protecting the football, winning the turnover battle there. The line of scrimmage is key number 2. Both sides of the ball. Got to be able to establish the run offensively, and then against this 1,000-yard running back, you got to be able to control the line of scrimmage, keep him bottled up and contained. Also, in your pass rush lane, discipline. You got to control the line of scrimmage, not get too undisciplined, getting upfield. You've got a running quarterback in Navarro that will make you pay if you don't have line of scrimmage discipline in your rush lane. So key number 3, finish in the end zone. This is going to be a high-scoring affair, in my opinion. I think the team that can finish in the end zone in the red zone trips is going to have the advantage definitely coming out. You can't settle for field goals. Look for these teams to be aggressive once they get to 35 and in, going forward on a 4th down. But key number 3 is to finish in the end zone on your offensive possessions. Those are the keys to the game, presented by Southern Nevada Toyota Dealers Association.
3 keys here in the 3rd straight bowl game for UNLV, and just by happenstance, all 3 of them happen to come inside, although it's a beautiful day and night outside here just north of Dallas, Texas. And Caleb, wanted to ask you about Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year, Anthony Calandria, and what he's going to be up against tonight. This Ohio defense, very stout. They allowed just over 200 passing yards per game and just under 150 on the ground per game so far this year. But you heard Day Reynolds mention in his interview with Steve, they run a lot of zone. They really don't go man or even cover 3 until they get up against the back with their backs against the wall within the red zone. When you're a quarterback, you know you're going to be facing off against a lot of zone. What's some of the priorities that you're going through in your mental checklist?
Well, I think making sure you trust your progression. I think zone coverages, sometimes they set traps, and you don't really know who's going to end up where at the end of the day. Whereas against man coverage team, you kind of know what you got. Is your guy versus their guy, who's going to win the route? Against a zone team, you really got to trust your eyes, trust your preparation, and make sure you're on time and on target with your decision-making. So I think Calandria's done a good job of that all year long. The only time really that he struggled in the pass game, really to speak of, was against Boise State, one of his worst games, and that was a lot more man and aggressive coverage from the Broncos. So I think if there's a zone team, teams that play soft edges, things like that, I think Calandria and the offense are very comfortable when they get those soft edges and getting their rhythm offensively, especially in the passing game.
And just to set the scene, right now Anthony Calandria with 23 touchdown passes on the year, third all-time in a single season in program history. His next touchdown pass will tie Randall Cunningham and some guy named Caleb Herring from 2013 with 24. That's the second most in program history. 2 touchdown passes ties him with John Denton, who had 25 in the 1996 season, and Caleb with 307 more passing yards. He'll also pass Denton for the second most yards in school history. So no matter what way you slice it, this has been one of the single best quarterback performances in a single season in the program history. And Calandria, as of now, has said he wants to come back. You talk about program building when you got head coach and quarterback before the year even ends, both saying in today's modern society, yeah, we're going to be back, running it back for next year. That tells you a lot about where the mentality is from this program top down.
Yeah, in 1 year he's etched himself into the UNLV record books. One of the best quarterback seasons that we've seen. The consistency, the growth, everything he's done, the winning, the success. I think it's great for Anthony Calandria, his individual career. Like you said, the program building for UNLV. You got some quarterback gurus that have been coaching around here. Dan Mullen is top of the list in developing quarterbacks, and Calandria is very aware of that, and that's probably why he speaks so highly about coming back. He's had a fantastic year. Hopefully, in the future, he duplicates his efforts and even takes it a step further.
And last note that I wanted to get to before we step aside for kickoff, Jaden Thomas, one of the best rushing seasons and careers in the history of UNLV football. He is 15 yards shy of 1,000 on the season. Would be his second straight season with 1,000 yards. And Thomas doing it with efficiency this year. 31 career touchdowns, 12 of them this year. And Thomas, who has not been a bell cow, although he's not been expected to be, has been one of the most efficient running backs in all of college football. And you would expect, Caleb, in a game like this, that's going to be at a premium.
Yeah, he's trying to get to 1,000 yards. Obviously, UNLV to have a 1,000-yard rusher would be a big deal. Also got a receiver that's looking to creep up to 1,000 yards as well, and Jaden Bradley. He's got a long way to go. He's have to have a really explosive game to get to 1,000. But Jaden Thomas has had a fantastic career. He's a guy who's stuck around for the long haul as well. Got up to a hot start as a freshman, scoring a boatload of touchdowns, and he hasn't slowed down since. He's done a great job being the explosive leader on this offense in terms of his playmaking ability, not counting the reps, but making the reps count all season long. And number 9 is looking to have his final stamp on this season as well, getting over that 1,000-yard mark and hopefully getting a win for his team.
He has gone over 100 yards 4 times on the season. He has done so on all 4 occasions with 15 or less carries. He's the only player in the country to hit those marks. Jaden Thomas, Anthony Calandria, and the rest of the Rebels getting set to run out onto the field here at the Ford Center at the Star. We're getting set for kickoff here in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. That's our Ted Weens pregame show. Big thanks to Chief Borders, Day Reynolds, and the head coach Dan Mullen for stopping by. We'll have kickoff in the Frisco Bowl next between the Rebels of UNLV and the Bobcats of Ohio. You're listening to Rebel Football on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield.
The biggest games and the best matchups are heard here on ESPN Las Vegas, 1100 AM and 100.9 FM, KWWN Las Vegas.
Man, I can't believe this mess I'm in. I don't know what to do.
You need a great attorney.
Yeah, but
nothing. You can't do this alone. You need the Vegas lawyers.
Hi, this is Paul Pata. Whether you need representation for DUI, domestic violence charges, record sealing, or any other criminal defense issue, you're going to want the Vegas lawyers on your side. The Vegas lawyers, where compassion and strong legal representation come together. Check us out at thevegaslawyers.com or give us a call at 707-7000.
Hey everybody, it's Joey from Sky Diamonds in Town Square. How you doing? Let's rock those holiday dreams this year. From today through Christmas, all diamond and color stone jewelry is 40 to 50% off. Plus, use our industry financing with no money down. All of our Rolexes are 20% off. This is our make or break time of year, and we want your business. Let us make those holiday dreams come true with our incredible deals and financing. Remember, don't walk, run to Sky Diamonds in Town Square.
On the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield, Rebel Football is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream, delivering a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. Also brought to you by Findlay Chevrolet. Findlay Chevrolet is home of the #1 volume Chevy dealer west of Texas.
He's to the 15, left side, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown! McGee to the 20, at the hash mark to the 15, to the outside, 10, 5, there's Pylon! Rolls one over the middle, it's picked off. Rebels have the ball on the far sideline, it's Amaris Brown. He's at the 20, he's at the 10, he dives Pylon! Touchdown, Scarlet and Gray! Watch the hold and rolling to the right, he's Picked off, and the Rebels win!
We are the show.
Live from Ford Center at the Star, the Rebels, the Bobcats. This is the Frisco Bowl. Kickoff is just moments away. Now with the call of the game, here's Caleb Herring and the voice of the Rebels, Matt Navarrete.
Well, for the third straight season, the 2025 Rebels of UNLV are going bowling, and that day has arrived 2 days shy of Christmas. Hello, everybody, and welcome back from the Ford Center at the Star. Matt Navarrete along with the former Rebel signal caller Caleb Herring. Steve Cofield roaming the sidelines today. Ari Mizraki, our producer, back in the Lotus Broadcasting headquarters. And Caleb, it's felt like a while because it has been. The Rebels playing their first game since December 5th, and they're trying to get the sour taste out of their mouths. They fell in the Mountain West Championship game. Second loss of the season at Boise. 38-21 was the final there. They've got an opportunity today to finish the season with win number 11 against the Ohio Bobcats, coming in 8-4 out of the MAC this season.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a long wait. Obviously, December 5th was a long time ago. There's probably going to be some rust to knock off in terms of game day rituals and all those kind of things. But it is going to help that the whole roster is set and ready to go for this ball game. There's going to be continuity in that regard. But they definitely want to get that taste out of their mouth after losing to Boise State in the Mountain West Championship game. A lot of disappointment discussed in the pregame show, talking to the players about feeling disappointed about not getting that Mountain West Championship. That was their ultimate goal on the season. But this team is excited and rearing for that chance to get number 11. They're playing for each other. They're playing for this program, and they have an opportunity to go back-to-back in bowl games and get a trophy back to the trophy case at Fertitta Football Complex.
And for Ohio, this is their first and will be their only game in the month of December. Their most recent matchup ended the regular season in Buffalo, New York, at Buffalo on November 28th. And since then, they've had a new head coach, their old HC, Brian Smith, let go under some unique circumstances, so the defensive coordinator and now interim head coach John Hauser sliding over and taking over after being named head coach on December 1st. The Bobcats 8-4 with non-conference wins at West Virginia and against Gardner-Webb. MAC champions last year. They finished in third place this season in the MAC. And as the captains meet at the center of the field, we'll send it down to our referee, Tim Rich, leading his AAC crew here this evening in Frisco.
Captains, congratulations on earning your way to play in the 2025 Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. This is your umpire, Hilbert Byers. My name is Tim Rich, and it's our honor to be here today. Performing the coin toss today is the CEO of Scooters Coffee, Joe Thornton. UNLV, it will be your toss. The Scooters Coffee logo is the head. This is tails. What's your call? Tails has been called. Mr. Thornton, would you do the honor? It is heads. Ohio, you've won the toss. What would you like to do? Which way would you like to kick? Okay, please rotate around. Ohio has won the toss. Defer their option to the second half. UNLV will receive the ball. Good luck, gentlemen.
Well, there we go, Caleb. Right off the bat, the Scarlet and Gray going to get the ball first as the Mountain West Conference's Offensive Player of the Year and standout quarterback Anthony Calandria gets set to lead his field onto the field for the first time. Team onto the field for the first time. For UNLV, white helmets, white pants, gray jerseys with white numbers trimmed in red. And for the Ohio Bobcats, a unique look. They've got black pants, black tops with white and green. Green helmets, black lettering, white outlines. A really unique look here at the Ford Center. About 12,000 seats, a decent crowd filing in, and we're ready to go. Caleb, the Rebels trying for win number 11. It would tie the school record for the second most wins if they're able to do so.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, this showdown. The Bobcats are a great team, and they've been traditionally a good postseason team as well. We talked about their 6 consecutive bowl wins. There's guys on these rosters that have won nothing but bowl games through their whole career for Ohio. So this is a program that knows how to win. They're a tough program. We talked about how high-powered their offense is. UNLV is going to have a chance to take the first lead of the ball game. We'll see how sharp the offense comes out. As you mentioned, Calandria will take the field for the first offensive possession of the ball game.
Ohio won the toss. If you missed the coin toss, they defer to the second half, so the Rebels will get the ball first, defending the goalpost to our left. They'll move from left to right on their first drive, of course, indoors here in Frisco, Texas.
UNLV number 43 is reporting as number 89.
As we get set for kickoff, Ohio place kicker David Dellenbach tees it up, getting set to kick it off from right to left, and the anticipation palpable, and both sidelines full as Jaden Bradley is back to receive this opening kickoff. Caleb, I think between the two teams there might be one, maybe two opt-outs, and I think they're both on the Ohio defense. Really not the theme of college football, but it's been great to see this week.
Yeah, it's great. I think bowl season has taken a hit, obviously, with the playoffs, but these two teams obviously prioritizing bowl victories, and they're going to go at it here for sure.
Dellenbaugh teed it up, his teammates ready to go, and as boot meets ball, we are underway in the 2025 Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Jaden Bradley's going to let this one bounce out of the end zone. Cowboys lettering all throughout both end zones, and the star, the unmistakable star of the Dallas Cowboys, right in the center of the field here at the Ford Center. So 1st and 10 for the Rebels, heading from left to right as Anthony Calandria comes out, 66% completion percentage on the year, 3,275 yards, also 621 on the ground, 23 touchdown passes as of now, 3rd all-time in UNLV history. Starts out with Jet Thomas in the backfield to his left, Elksness and a pair of wide receivers to that side as well. Troy O'Meara by himself at the bottom of the formation. 1st and 10 on the first play from scrimmage, a full 15 minutes in the first quarter. Calandria takes the snap on play action, looks left, slings towards the sideline, caught by Elksness at the 30, and he is ushered out of bounds all the way down to the 32-yard line. First one to get to him was Adonis Williams Jr.
And already you see the 3-4 look to start, bringing pressure off the edge from the boundary. Calandria does a great job staying composed in the pocket, getting it to his tight end behind the blitz for a nice positive pickup on 1st down.
Gain of 7 makes it 2nd and 3. The line from left to right, Will Thomas, Malik McGowan, Reed Williams, who was a captain today, Alani Makahele, and Austin Boyd. Right tackle making his 80th start of his career. Joe Earl and Anthony Calandria flip positions. Direct snap to Jet Thomas. He fakes left, cuts it up the middle, knifes to the 35, tries to spin past contact. He's brought down at the 36, but he's able to pick up 4 before Adonis Williams tackles him. 1st down run for Jet Thomas. Makes it 1st and 10 from the 36.
Joe Earl started in the backfield. Calandria and he switched. Then added another wrinkle. Calandria steps to the side and lets Jet take the direct snap. So already some wrinkles in the offensive script for UNLV.
O'Meara by himself on the left. Tight bunches on the right with Bradley, Coy Moore, and Nick Elksness on the right of the formation. Thomas in the backfield on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Calandria. RPO look. He keeps it. He fires down the far sideline looking for O'Meara, and it's incomplete. A little too much on the throw. O'Meara looking for a flag, but there is none. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
A lot of contact. Just a go route there. Safety came down in the box to help out to the boundary. Calandria decided to take a shot. It's the right decision, but just a physical defensive play on the top of that route.
2nd down and 10 from the 36. Ball spotted on the far side hash mark. The Rebels heading from left to right. Calandria breaks the huddle in an empty backfield. He's got a tight end on each side. And he'll take the snap. Look left. He'll roll to the right on a naked boot. He's in trouble. He steps up in the pocket, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Anas Lukman, the redshirt junior at 6'4", 245 pounds. The Arkansas Pine Bluff transfer makes the stop. Won't go as a sack, but it makes it 3rd and 10.
Rebels trying to dial up a shot play there. The edge pressure forced Calandria to step up. He did well not to take a loss, but it's going to be 3rd and long, and we'll see how the Bobcats decide to dial up these pressures in this long passing situation.
13:15 to go in the opening quarter. Still no score on the first drive from scrimmage. Rebels with a 3rd down and 10. Ohio showed pressure, now backing away. Just 3 down linemen. They only send 3 as Calandria drops back to pass. Sizing up. He throws it deep down the middle of the field. He's looking for Bradley. It's in and out of the hands at the 15-yard line. Incomplete. Jaden Bradley initiated a little bit of contact. Kendall Bannister guarding him one-on-one, but the throw in and out of the hands, and here comes the punt unit for 4th and 10.
It's got to be a pass interference there. Jaden Bradley got his complete undershirt pulled as he's going to try to make that catch. It's actually a good throw by Calandria, but I think that hold has got to be thrown. That pass is on target. That should be a pass interference, and this drive should be alive, but the Rebels were first to punt it away.
Cam Brown on to punt. Number 7, Chase Hendricks. First team All-MAC back to receive, and the punt is blocked. It takes a bounce at the 45-yard line. It does roll onto the Ohio half of the field, and it's touched up at the 46-yard line, and that's where the Bobcats will start their first drive from scrimmage. Not what you wanted, as Cam Brown has his first punt blocked of his career. The true freshman out of Australia could have got that one off fully all the way. So they will spot it at the 47. Ohio heading from right to left as we step aside. Bobcats with the ball for the first time next. 12:49 to go in the first quarter. No score between the Rebels and the Bobcats here in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. You're listening to Rebel Football here on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield.
We love the thrill of a game-winning drive. And when it comes to exploring the wild side of Nevada, we've got a few epic drives of our own. Road trips to fill your heart. Hot springs, ghost towns, desert art. Destinations a world apart. So go on, get a little out there, and experience all that the Silver State has to offer. Start planning your trip at travelnevada.com.
Deep Eddy Vodka, a high-quality vodka with an even higher purpose, to bring people together for good times. We take sunshine, stellar vibes, and laid-back fun and bottle it up for the world to enjoy. The result, a refreshingly clean, real vodka made with real ingredients, ready for you to enjoy, however, wherever, and with whomever you like. Vodka is for fun. Please stay drink responsibly.
Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, distilled by Korn.
Rebel Football on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield is presented by Sync My Game. How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV, all in the comfort of your own home? Well, go to syncmygame.com. That's syncmygame.com now to find out how. Rebel Football also presented by Summerlin. There's something beautiful happening in Las Vegas. That's life in Summerlin, a premium master plan community designed to live as good as it looks. Find your new home at summerlin.com. So nothing going for the Rebels in their first drive from scrimmage. They do pick up a first down and then go 3 and out following. Cam Brown's punt definitely tipped, but it does move into Ohio territory. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. And after this Ohio Bobcats offense led by 6th-year senior Parker Navarro is going to get their started. Caleb, anything but efficient offensively to get it going for UNLV.
Yeah, it's a tough start. Obviously, these teams feeling each other out. I think there's an opportunity for a deep shot play. The Rebels didn't really get the ground game started outside of the one direct snap to Jaden Thomas, but still some things out there. I think taking that shot on 2nd and 10 was a bit of a gamble. And I think also the pass interference that wasn't called was a clear miss by the officials. The drive probably should still be alive, but special teams already being impactful in a negative way for UNLV. That punt was tipped after a low snap, and the Bobcats will have great starting field position. UNLV defense has an uphill battle to start the game.
Ohio, led by their interim head coach, John Hauser, who had been the defensive coordinator all season long. Their old head coach, Brian Smith, relieved of his duties on December 1st. So heading from right to left, here's the 6-foot-tall, 210-pound graduate student, Parker Navarro, wearing number 13. Over 2,000 passing yards for the 2nd straight season from the Tempe, Arizona native. Rebels come out of the huddle for the first time with a 4-2-5, true defense like we've seen this season. Marcel McDuffie, Blessing Oluwalu, Tui Olamotu, the 2 linebackers in the 2nd level. Navarro ready to go. Ball on the near side hash at the 47-yard line. The center, Nick Marinaro, 3rd-team All-MAC, ready to snap it. He does. In the first play, a giveaway right up the middle to C.A. Bangura. And he's able to break it, tackle it to the right side. He's got a lead blocker at the 40, all the way to the 30-yard line on the far sideline before Jaheim Joseph pushes him out. A 23-yard run just like that for C.A. Bangura. First-team All-MAC running back. Gets the Bobcats just outside the red zone, and they go tempo. They get back to the line of scrimmage with Navarro lined up with Bangura on his left. On a play action, Navarro ready to throw. He airs it up deep for the end zone. It's picked off! Terrence Welch at the 2-yard line goes out of bounds on the near sideline. There's the turnover we were looking for, and it's Rebel football just like that.
Bobcats trying to go fast after the explosive play. Great job, double move there. Welch stays on top of the route. Navarro's taking the shot all the way. Welch all over it. Comes down with the first interception of the ball game, and a big-time interception at that. UNLV looked to be reeling a little bit, and Welch comes up with a big play.
It's a way to flip some momentum there. If nothing else, Welch, the new leader in the clubhouse in terms of interceptions. That's his 5th of the season. And for Parker Navarro, that's number 11. And coming off of a big explosive run, you don't necessarily fault the Bobcats for taking a shot there, but that throw left a lot to be desired. It hung up there for quite some time. So Calandria and company get another shot, another bite at the apple, so to speak, offensively, although they're backed up. This ball going to be snapped from their 3-yard line by Reed Williams. Calandria puts it in the belly of Jet Thomas. He runs through the right side of the line, still pushing the pile. He's able to fall forward all the way to the 8-yard line. Thomas brought down at the 8. That'll be a 5-yard gain, making it 2nd and 5. No score at the 12-minute mark at quarter number 1. Angelo Irvin heads to the sideline as JoJo Earl comes in to take over. We've seen Earl emerge as a ball carrier over the last couple of weeks. He's been taking some direct snaps at quarterback as well. And he lines up behind the center here. Anthony Calandria split to the far side of the field along with Day Reynolds. Now the two flip, Earl to the slot, and Calandria back in his customary quarterback spot. He brings Earl in motion from the left to the right. He'll drop back and take the snap, fake the handoff. He steps up in the pocket. He's hit as he throws to the far sideline. Caught by Bradley at the 25. He's ushered out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Good play by DJ Walker, the strong safety, to prevent a further gain. That's a way to break it out on a 22-yard pitch and catch. Calandria and Bradley move the chains.
It's a great job by Calandria staying in the pocket as that crossing route develops. He took a shot. He's feeling a little bit of a gimp to his step, getting to the huddle. But a big-time play connected with Jaden Bradley, who, again, is creeping up on 1,000 yards receiving this year.
And again, if Anthony Calandria can register 307 yards or more passing, it'll be the second most passing yards in a season for UNLV. And a whistle stops play here. Tim Rich getting ready to give us the call. Didn't see a flag.
The previous play is under further review to determine if there's a potential targeting foul.
So they're going to look at targeting. I don't know. Naked eye game speed, I didn't see much.
Yeah, I didn't see it. The hit on Calandria looked clean to me. He's obviously a little bit dinged up by it. I didn't think it was high. So unless there was a hit on Jaden Bradley or somewhere else that we didn't see. But after a slow start to the game offensively, this drive is off and running. A nice completion by Calandria, getting out of the shadow there on the end zone and trying to get this drive off and running. We'll see what this review has in store.
Realistically, this review can only help the Rebels because they've already moved the chains, and Tim Rich goes to the monitor to take a look at this one. This close-shave instant replay brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Feeling great starts great, and a great shave starts with Barbasol's thick and rich moisturizing lather. Start your day off right with Barbasol, the quality shave and trusted value.
Just saw the replay here on the in-house monitor. I don't think the helmet-to-helmet was the issue. It's just the launch with the crown on Calandria that might be the issue that they're taking a look at.
They do try to judge intent in those instances, right?
They try, but it's not the determining factor. It is not one of their criteria with your intent. It's more about the actual contact with the helmet. Here's the call.
After reviewing the play, personal foul, targeting, defense number 15. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the play with an automatic first down. Number 15 is disqualified for the remainder of the game.
Wow, that is huge for a couple of reasons. Obviously the 15 yards, but Anas Lukman has been the preeminent rush edge for this Ohio team throughout the season. He had that tackle in the backfield on Calandria earlier. His night is done just like that, and the ball gets moved all the way up to the UNLV 46.
It's a tough call, but it's the right call. The launch was clearly there, leading with the crown and the helmet. It wasn't helmet-to-helmet contact, but that is a launch textbook call. So officials get the call right, and UNLV benefits with 15 yards.
That's big. Evan Herman comes in at the DN spot, wearing number 11, 6'5", 245 pounds on the near side. Rebels line up with trips right, one tight end left. On a play action, Calandria keeps it himself. He goes down, loses the football. Ohio falls on top of it at the 44-yard line. The question was Calandria down? He seems to think so. I mean, and he just tripped, slipped, whatever you want to call it. He wiped out, and the ball came flying out.
He had space around that edge, too, on the read option. I think the officials are actually calling him down, but I didn't get the official call, but they've already flipped the field. Defense is out on the field now.
Let's see, they're showing the
chance
replay.
He was down.
Showing the replay on the in-house. Oh, man, his elbow hit the ground, and that looked like it popped the ball.
The field of the runner fumbling the ball is under further review.
And I'll tell you what, they're going to take a look at this one as Tim Rich goes to the monitor for the second time in as many plays from scrimmage. Just based off the look that we got, I think they're going to change this call.
Be a big break if they did for UNLV.
That'd be 2 in a row. So again, it is ruled a fumble, and they do spot the ball down at the 45-yard line as Ohio was able to fall on top of that. Herman was the one who fought on the fumble. So he came into the game because of the ejection due to targeting for Anas Lukman, and as of now, has the fumble recovery. But again, that was all a slip, a mistake. Calandria had nobody around him for a couple of yards, and Elksness really is a true lead blocker.
And you got to keep in mind, too, this is a practice facility. So this turf is not the most ideal in terms of its condition. It's been ran into the dirt by the Cowboys all year long.
There's also 14 high schools in the Frisco ISD that call this home, and soccer. So they're showing the replay again, and Man, that's tough. The question is, was there a little wiggle with the ball before the right forearm hit for Anthony Calandria? If he's ruled down, that's big. It'll be maybe a gain of 1. If he's ruled to have fumbled the ball, it'll be the second turnover in 3 plays. An Ohio ball in Rebel territory if it stands.
After reviewing the play, the runner's forearm was down with control of the ball. It will be second down at the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back reviews that benefit the Rebels. And I knew, Caleb, as soon as they moved the ball from the 45 up to what would be the 47, quickly before that announcement that they were going to change it. So Calandria and company get back on the field. A serendipitous review brings them out with a 2-by-2 look, and Jet Thomas in the pistol behind Calandria in the shotgun. On second down and 10, here's a motion and a handoff to JoJo Earl. He's into some space on the near side, spins away from a tackle at the 40, down to the 35-yard line, and Earl spotted at the 32. A couple of chunk plays back-to-back with no review on this one. Again, just finding different ways to get JoJo Earl the ball. That's going to go as a pass on the jet sweep from Calandria.
Great job by JoJo, putting his foot in the ground and making a decision, not dancing around the block by Nick Elksness on the side there. Picks up another explosive play for the Rebel offense.
First and 10 from the Ohio 32-yard line. Calandria gets to the line and changes the play. He's got Burns, Earl, and Bradley to the left. He takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He rolls to the far side away from some pressure. Herman in his face from the back foot. Throw intended for Bradley. Incomplete at the 25-yard line. He threw a line drive behind the intended target.
And this is one of the things we talked about against zone coverage. You got to anticipate that window. Jaden Bradley was open on his initial break. I don't think Calandria was eyeing him. I think he's peeking to take a shot. If he throws that stop route in the window, that first window, he has an opportunity for a first down completion, but he waits and the window closes. Great coverage there, closing that gap on Bradley.
Second and 10 from the 32. No score with 10 minutes to play in the opening quarter of the Frisco Bowl. 2 receivers left, tight end and a receiver to the right. Calandria fakes a handoff to the right, throws over the middle, caught by Tayshawn Lyons, and he is blown up at the 26-yard line. Huge tackle one-on-one by DJ Walker. Brings him down after a gain of 6.
Unblocked pressure coming off the field side there. Calandria doesn't see it. He takes another hit, but gets this completion. Makes third down much more manageable. That's a good job again by Calandria, sitting in the pocket, knowing he's going to take a shot, but getting a completion downfield.
14th catch of the year for Tayshawn Lyons. He had a season high and a career high 3 for 35 yards in the Mountain West Championship game. Third down and a long 4 to go for UNLV, heading from left to right. Calandria and Jet Thomas flip places. Now Jet behind the quarterback. He'll take the handoff, run it himself to the left side. He gets the first down and then some to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He's thrown out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Adonis Williams strafing with them and shoves Jet Thomas out of bounds on a critical first down run.
Again, using some wrinkles in the formation. Direct snap again to Jet. Productive play call. Gets the Rebels their first trip inside the red zone. It'll be first and goal to go from the 9.
Rebels inside the NV Energy red zone as Jet Thomas brings it down to the 10. They are going to spot him down at the 10-yard line. They'll break the huddle with Reynolds all by himself on the left. That's Bradley, Irvin, and Elksness on the right. Now Nick Elksness motions to the left side of the formation. Calandria's got Thomas in the backfield. Here on first and goal to go. Calandria takes the snap, drops back to pass, steps away from a would-be tackler, loses the football. There's a pile up for the pigskin, and Ohio looks like they've got it at the 18-yard line. No signal yet from the officials. It is Bobcat football. That one was a fumble, clear as day as Calandria tried to escape pressure. So both sides coughing it up, and we're back to neutral on the turnover battle. No score with 8:23 to go in the first, and nobody's cracked the scoreboard yet.
Just got to protect the football. Calandria's been a little loose with it. He's in his own head a little bit here as he comes off to the sideline, frustrated with himself. But another turnover. This one stands, and the Bobcats have another chance at it.
Calandria 3 for 6 for 36 yards. Jet Thomas 3 carries for 26 yards to this point. Parker Navarro out there with C.A. Bangura heading from right to left. Ball snap from the 18-yard line as Bangura plunges it right up the middle. He's able to get into the second level quickly, but he's knocked down at the 31-yard line by Jaheim Joseph. Also in on the stop, Lucas Conti, big number 94, brings him down after a gain of 7. Bobcats get back to the line. Not quite tempo, but definitely no huddle. As they've got a receiver and a tight end right, 2 receivers to the left. As they change the play call, Jake Bruno, the tight end, flips to the left, and Navarro in the pistol with Bangura behind him. Second down and a long 2 as Navarro Sizes up the defense. Now it's going to change the play again. Everybody looking around. And as the play clock winds down, 8 seconds left as he gets the handoff off on the right side. Bangura into some space at the 40. Cuts it to the outside at midfield. Breaks a tackle at the 50 and gets into Rebel territory. Falling forward down to the 44-yard line. Well, they're spotted out on the far sideline. Another explosive run for C.A. Bangura. And it's another chunk play in this game.
He is hitting the hole downhill. UNLV is getting gapped and zoned. You name it. The line of scrimmage is being dominated by the offensive line of the Bobcats.
Rebels bring out their A-team, so to speak, as far as the rush edges. Jose Basse, Jalen Lee, Lucas Conti, Cohen Fuller out there along with Chief Borders. First down and 10 from the Rebel 43-yard line. Navarro changes the play at the line of scrimmage again. He'll now take the snap. Hands it off right up the middle. Bangura knifing through the defense is knocked down in a one-on-one tackle by Powdrell at the 36-yard line, beg your pardon. That's a gain of 7. Bangura so far tonight, Caleb, turning nothing into something. He's just been handing it off to him right up the middle, and he's been able to find some gaps. Second down and 3 with 6.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Still no score between the Rebels and the Bobcats. Navarro, make sure his receivers are lined up, and I'll take the snap, hands it off up the middle to Bangura again. He runs into the belly of Cohen Fuller and is able to keep the legs churning, falling forward for a gain of 4 and a first down pickup to the 31-yard line. That's another EOS Fitness first down for Ohio.
Yeah, the adjustment that the Bobcats have made is essentially just lining up in a pistol and attacking downhill, getting Bangura going straight downhill with his pad squared to the line of scrimmage. UNLV defensive front having trouble right now containing it.
Mason Williams, the redshirt junior tight end, lined up as an H-back off the right hip of the right tackle, Jordan Jones, with 2 receivers to the left and a running back in the backfield. That's Duncan Brune taking over for Bangura for the first time. Brune takes the handoff and runs it up the middle. He runs into Corey Lee. Now Marcel McDuffie wraps him up and brings him to the turf after a gain of 3. Spotting him down actually at the 27, so give him a gain of 4. Makes it second down and 6. We've seen at this point of the field, Caleb, all season long, like right outside the red zone, the Rebels kind of get into a different identity. They've been throughout the year. They haven't always broken.
Yeah, it was an interception last time, not that really saved the drive, but right now UNLV defensively can't stop the run. I doubt if the ball goes in the air for the rest of this drive.
Brune in the backfield out of Cologne, Germany. Looks to his right and sees 3 receivers to that side. He was in the pistol. Now he steps up to the right hip of Parker Navarro. Navarro takes the snap, hands it off up the middle again. Brune finds a space into the second level, but is knocked down by Jaheim Joseph. Jaheim Joseph knifing in from his safety spot, laid the boom on Brune, and it brings up third down and 2.
First third down of this drive. UNLV an opportunity to get out the field. It is 3rd and short, so the run option is still available to the Bobcat offense, but first Raising Cane's third down opportunity for UNLV defensively.
turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you're traveling to a game, a weekend road trip, or just around town, you need to stop at Go-Mart. You'll find a Go-Mart open 24 hours a day right off the interstate or right off Main Street in your local community. You can refuel your ride with quality gasoline and also yourself with popular snacks, drinks, and more. We're making it easy to keep up with your busy schedule by keeping you on the go. Go-Mart is the proud sponsor of Ohio Bobcat football.
Go for good times. Go for Go-Mart.
Hey, Ohio alumni. Want to stay connected with Ohio University? Check out the Ohio University Alumni Association today at ohio.edu/alumni. Your journey doesn't end at graduation. Enjoy exclusive benefits, network with fellow alumni, mentor a student, or attend an event in your area. Your involvement makes a difference, and the next generation of Bobcats needs your support. Visit ohio.edu/alumni to see all the ways you can get involved today. Go Bobcats!
During the timeout, Ohio's athletic training staff was tending to Parker Navarro, who looked like he might have taken a shot across the bridge of the nose. He had what looked to be a bloody nose. There was a shot of it on TV watching the huddle. The training staff over there tending to Navarro right now, and they're cleaning off his uniform as well, too, where undoubtedly some blood has fallen on that uniform, so they're taking care of that. Ohio will have a 3rd down and 1. The ball's at the UNLV 5. Scoreless football with 10:25 to go here in quarter number 2. Inside the Ford Center, the loud, and I mean loud, Ford Center, home of this year's Frisco Bowl here in Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, Ohio moving the ball pretty well, 167 yards now and just over a full quarter of football. And again, Ohio lucky those jerseys are all blacks today, so Parker complete. It's not that visible, but yeah, he had taken a little crack across the beak there, but I figure he's not too much the worse for wear. Ohio with a very, very short need on 3rd, maybe half a yard here at the 6.
Navarro entered the night, 843 yards rushing. Has an outside chance it would be a hefty night for him to get over 1,000.
His numbers look a lot like Calandra's. That's really what we've studied all week and saw with these two guys.
Of course, Ohio last year had that trio of 1,000-yard performers on offense. Coleman Owen, who was returning punts for the Indianapolis Colts. Of course, Trey Tice at running back, and Navarro. Chase Hendricks entered the night at 950 yards and a chance to go over the 1,000-yard mark receiving-wise, and he is 2 yards shy of that right now. Ohio again with a 3rd down and 1. The ball's at the UNLV 5. Scoreless football. Bobcats from our left to right. Navarro turns, says something to Bangura. Shouts a change of the play at the line of scrimmage. Pistol formation. Again, he'll RPO to the near side. He'll keep the football, turn up at the 5, and sprint into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Ohio. Parker Navarro from 5 yards out for the night's first score. And Ohio goes on top 6-0 at the 10:02 mark.
Second time he's run is essentially option to the right. Obviously keep a pitch man in phase in case they close up the inside. You need to do that. But right there, a keep assignment football, decent blocking by Ohio. And Parker pretty much untouched for 5.5 yards.
9th rushing touchdown of the season for the Tempe, Arizona native, Parker Navarro. David Dellenbach, 26 of 28 on extra points. On to attempt this extra point.
And after that messy first quarter, did you expect Ohio to take the lead in this game?
Magnus Haynes will hold. Tom Hemer is the long snapper. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up. And the kick hit the upright and bounced away. It hit the right upright and bounced back into the end zone. That has been an issue all season long for Ohio. Difficulties on extra points and field goals. And that extra point attempt doinked off the right upright. No good. And it's 6-0 Ohio at the 10:02 mark here of quarter number 1.
Yeah, and it's been frankly kicker agnostic. Neither guy has really taken over the job and won it in a big way. And again, not the right time to give a point back.
The snap looked good. The hold looked good. He just pushed it to the right.
Hits the right one, bounces out to the right. Didn't bounce in.
So it's 6-0 Ohio with 10:02 to go here in this second quarter. The Ohio scoring drive will check that for you. The scoring drive brought to you by Donwood Toyota. Donwood Toyota. Number 43 is reporting as number 89. Thank you. 900 East State Street in Athens, or online at DonwoodToyota.com. Ohio
on the touchdown. 10 plays, 84 yards, 5 minutes, 57 seconds. And Ohio on top now by the score of 6-0. UNLV will get set to get the football. Back deep for the Rebels, Jaden Bradley and Jalen Glover. Glover to the near side, and Bradley standing just in front of the end zone at the far side. Dellenbach runs up, boots the football high, end over end kick. That will be fielded in the end zone by Bradley, who won't bring it out. He'll go down to a knee, and UNLV will have the football on offense here momentarily. Again, here in quarter number 2, a quarter which Ohio leads by the score now of 6-0.
Good start for Ohio and everything but that final special teams play. 172 yards on 3 possessions. The final one to score in possession.
UNLV comes to the line of scrimmage. Anthony Calandria, the quarterback, 6', 205-pound junior. On the night so far, he's 6 of 11 for 73 yards.
Yeah, he's been stressed. Hasn't really hit the deep one yet.
Jed Thomas off to his left in the backfield. They have a slot tight end to the near side. Calandria will stick the ball into the belly of the running back Thomas, who gets out across the 25-yard line to the 30-yard line, perhaps out to the 31-yard line. We're always happy to have with us at our broadcast this season. He's been kind enough to spend some time with us a number of different occasions. The Commissioner of the Mid-American Conference, Dr. John Steinbrecher, is with us. Happy holidays, my friend. Good to see you.
Happy holidays to you and the Bobcat Nation.
We'll talk about the postseason here coming up after this play for UNLV. It's a 2nd down and 4, the ball at the 31-yard line. Ohio again on top by the score of 6-0. 2 wides to the far side. Calandria will hand off, and coming out to the 35-yard line, being stuck by Charlie Christopher, was Jet Thomas out to the 35-yard line. Commissioner, there's so much talk about the bowl setup right now. These games have meaning, do they not?
Sure seems to me if you're in this building tonight, doesn't, and what we're going to see in the viewership. Yes, they have meaning. Kids have worked really hard to get to this point. I get beyond irritated at some of the media who likes to demean a lot of stuff. This is great stuff this evening.
Ball's at the 35-yard line for UNLV, moving from our right to left. Handoff to Thomas, trying to get to the edge, and Ohio will not allow him to do it. Jack Freeze over there, and having a big game in this contest right now. Ike Ackerman, who recovered that fumble in the first quarter.
Commissioner, what does it mean, respect for the league, respect for Ohio, to be playing a primetime game on a meaningful weeknight?
Oh, we do that every now and then, don't we?
We do.
But yeah, I mean, this is what you want. 2 high-profile brands playing in primetime in a absolutely gorgeous facility. This is what you want.
Was it a surprise to get a second Power 4 game with Toledo end up in Louisville today?
We thought that was a distinct possibility.
On the 2nd down and 12 call, they flare the ball to the far side to JoJo Earl, and he gets out to the 40-yard line. It's shy of the first down, picked up 7, and the tackle by Ackerman, ended up being a loss of a couple. And this relationship that with the Frisco Bowl, this is a very good one for the Mid-American Conference, isn't it?
They've been a great partner, absolute great partner. Our teams enjoy coming here. We've had success here, hoping that continues this evening.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 5 for UNLV. The ball out to their 40-yard line with 7:41 to go here in the second quarter. Ohio again on top by the score of 6-0. The Commissioner of the Mid-American Conference, Dr. John Steinbrecher, visiting with us. Here's Calandria to throw, receiver wide open, goes airborne to make the catch, and then tumbles in bounds in front of, or out of bounds rather, in front of his bench. That was Jaden Bradley, who went airborne to snag that pass into Ohio territory. Play picks up 12 yards to the 48-yard line. 1st down for UNLV.
Yeah, kind of threw him right to the sideline there.
And you know, we're in a community we want to be in. Most of our schools have pretty solid alumni bases here in Dallas. All of our schools are recruiting here. It's a place we want to be and be visible.
It's a growth market, period.
Over center for the first time, Calandria, who goes straight back to throw after taking the handoff, fires a dart to the near side, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get the ball into the hands of Day Reynolds to the near side. The bowl relationships that the MAC has, Dr. Steinbrecher, are you happy with the way things are set up bowl-wise right now for the league?
Yeah, I am, but I would tell people I think you're going to see a bowl enterprise in transition in the years ahead. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but we're looking to bring more meaning and more value to it.
2nd down and 10 for UNLV. The ball just in Ohio territory at the 48. They move from our right to left with the football. 6-0 Ohio. Calandria takes the snap and hands off inside. First touch of the night for Jalen Glover, the 5'9", 205-pound junior out of Lakeland, Florida, a Utah transfer, who gets inside the 45 of Ohio to the 44-yard line and pick up the 4. Commissioner, you also hear a lot of, again, media talk mainly about a G5 playoff. Does that have any value, any merit at all?
I don't want to see a G5 playoff. We're part of the CFP. CFP. We're one of 10 FBS conferences. We want to be part of that. But there are things we can do. Let's have a Champions Cup, or let's do some other things that could be kind of interesting.
3rd down and 6 for UNLV, and a receiver jumps offside. That was JoJo Earl trying to get a step on the play.
5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And I think a lot of that, Commissioner, stems from James Madison and Tulane getting into the CFP, where all that talk got started, I think.
Well, and it's absolute BS, and I'll
Thank you.
I'll keep it that way, right?
Fantastic.
One, let's know what's going to occur. It's going to be really hard for that to occur again going forward, because the 4 autonomy are going to get one, and there'll be one slot for the highest rated non-autonomous FBS. It's a non-issue.
Loss of 5 on the offside call against the offense. So it's 3rd down and 11 from the 49. Back to throw Calandria to the near side. Pass is caught. This is Bradley, and he is wrapped up by Jack Freese of Ohio, the weak side linebacker. It's shy of the 1st down to the 43-yard line.
And if we want to talk score differential, let's look at what did Tennessee do last year in the CFP.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, we can go on and on about that. That's what some of the media did was a disservice to all of our institutions. That will be addressed. I don't know if it'll change it, but it was absolute BS.
I think you were spot on with that. Ball's at the 43 of Ohio. 4th down and 5, and Vegas will play. On the season, UNLV 12 of 21 on 3rd downs. Calandria goes straight back at the near side hash. The right-hander will dump over the middle. Pass is caught, but not making the 1st down after being stood up was Day Reynolds, and Ohio will get the football back. Jack Freese, Jalen Thomason there, and Thomason with a big tackle. And Ohio will get the football back on downs.
Yeah, good stop, middle of the field there. Forced him to throw short, rush 3, but got to him with enough pressure to force him to throw, and Ohio didn't let anything get out over the top.
We have a timeout on the field. We're going to stay right here and continue our conversation with the Commissioner of the Mid-American Conference, Dr. John Steinbrecher, while we have this opportunity here. The college football playoff right now at 12 teams, we hear expansion all the time. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I've said from the get-go I think 16 is the number. We had a deadline that was about a month ago. We somehow extended it with our TV partner. I think there's a chance we could get to 16. And if we do, I think what we'll end up doing is saying we're going to go to 16, and we'll do it for the next 2 years, and we'll reevaluate. Now, we'll see. 12 is fine. I think given the noise around this year, move it to 16, and everybody forgets wherever we draw the line, there's going to be noise.
Right.
Doesn't matter,
There's
right?
going to be someone who's just one out or one in that may or may not be appropriate.
Absolutely, and that's okay. And so we'll see where it goes. The challenge with all this is trying to figure out the rest of the bowl system with it. Right. So are we going to, if we stay at 12, which would probably be a 1-year kick the can down the road, so what are we doing next year with bowl games? Are we essentially just rolling over our deals? Are we doing something longer? All of that will be in play in the coming months, and we're prepared for whatever the eventualities are, but it's typically you have these things, we're at the end of a 6-year cycle. We typically would have 8-9 months ago had the next 6 years lined up. Right.
How do you preserve the value of these bowls, these 40-plus bowls, games like this, when the calendar is such that players are free to go on a certain date? And there are all these new calendar restrictions. How do you protect the bowls from guys leaving or a team being totally different than what they were 3 weeks ago?
Well, I think we've seen much fewer opt-outs this year because of how we're setting up the agreements around additional benefits and NIL.
Okay.
So I think we're managing that well. I think the bigger question is, what do we want the bowl system to look like? Do we really want 6 and 6 teams in it? Should it be a 7 and 5? Does everybody really want to play? You saw Kansas State and Notre Dame, a couple others, which is, by the way, we got contractual agreements on that. It's a breach of contract, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
One of these days, someone's going to challenge that. But okay, how many bowls do we need? Is there a way to make them more valuable and all of that sort of stuff? We'll figure it out.
Ohio with the football after the turnover on downs, and the Bobcats will have it 1st down and 10 at their own 42-yard line with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Commissioner, it's always a pleasure. We thank you for stopping by. Happy holidays to you and your family. We appreciate your time as always.
Absolutely, and good luck to the Bobcats.
Absolutely.
Thanks for making the climb, brother.
Ohio again and UNLV, and always a pleasure to spend some time with the conference commissioner, Dr. John Steinbrecher. 6-0 Ohio with the lead and the football moving from our left to right. Parker Navarro, Ohio's quarterback, 3 of 4 throwing the ball for 56 yards. C.A. Bangura has carried the ball 6 times for 85 yards to lead Ohio's ground attack. And it's Bangura again, bounced at the line of scrimmage, trying to get to the outside. Close to a face mask there by one of the UNLV defenders. As Bangura able to stumble back to the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage is the 43, and that's exactly where Bangura got. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they just kind of stood up and collapsed the right side of that Ohio line. Look, the Ohio defense gives them your game ball so far. 4 stops on 4 series, 4 possessions by Vegas.
Ohio right now with 173 yards of total offense, and UNLV with 145. Bobcats have stopped themselves, though, with a couple of turnovers in this game, but do lead 6-0. 3 wides to the far side. Balls at the near side hash for graduate student quarterback Parker Navarro. Dom Dorward is the wide to the near side. He's to take the top off the defense guy. Handoff goes to Bangura, middle of the field across the 45-yard line, and gets shy of the midfield stripe at the 49. It was interesting to hear the commissioner talk about the future of these bowls. These games do have meaning. They do matter to the teams that participate in them, and that's often overlooked.
No, there's value in the publicity. There's value in the TV rights and the money, and some of these games don't sell out. But the TV on a weeknight, on a key, holiday week, this has a lot of value.
3rd down and 3, Ohio. The ball just shy of the midfield stripe at the Dallas Cowboys star logo at the middle of the field here at the Ford Center. Now a penalty flag comes in. This might be delayed. Well, no, play clock's at 11.
Got thrown right in the linebacker area.
Number 60, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Right guard Trent Allen flagged for the false start. So that will move the ball back to the 44-yard line.
Both teams 3 early penalties. UNLV, one of the more penalized teams out west.
Elijah Logo checks in for UNLV, one of their numerous defensive linemen that they'll run in and out. He's a freshman out of Henderson, Nevada. Good size guy, 6'3", 295. That's a big logo right there.
South Burb's a rare local kid out there for UNLV.
3.5 to go in this first half. Ohio again leads 6-0. Blitz coming. Bobcats pointing it out. Navarro goes back to throw. Here comes the blitz. Navarro steps up, tries to roll to the far side now. Evading defenders, lobs the ball ahead and incomplete at the UNLV 40-yard line. Was trying to get the ball to a leaping Rodney Harris, but it was way over his head and out of bounds. And Navarro doing a good job of just getting rid of that football, basically. And it'll bring up a 4th down, and Ohio will kick it away.
Good escape from really, really big-time backside pressure. LAA, really, the backup defensive end ran him down from behind, and I wasn't sure that Parker knew where he was.
So Ohio gets set to punt the football away. Magnus Haynes averaging 42 yards a kick. Vegas has blocked a number of punts this year. They blocked 2 in a game against Wyoming earlier this year. Here's the punt. It's fielded by D'Angelo Irvin. Well, he was going to field it and got out of the way. The ball was knocked back to the 1-yard line. Great job down there by Ohio. Is this going to stand?
Maybe. Krimascoli's down there.
Also chasing that down there for Ohio was Nick Hemer, the long snapper. And how about that effort right there? Gets down there, knocks the ball.
Hemer got down there. Blake Buffy.
They're moving it back out. Yeah, he didn't get to it.
It looked like it's kind of stopped and stood up on the 1. The returner was trying to fake the fair catch and get the guys to back off and not run all the way to the end zone.
Wow.
That's
the
close.
replay of that. He was,
I don't know if that went in. Yeah, Guffey's who ends up with it.
Wow. So UNLV will get the football. I think the Ohio coaching staff saw that replay as well, too, and they're trying to get the officials' attention. But
is that spot challengeable? I'm not even sure on a kick play if that's even something that's reviewable.
I think it was pretty obvious that Hemer didn't touch the end zone.
It looked clean. He was not in the end zone.
1st down and 10 for UNLV. They'll hand the football off. This is Thomas into the middle of the field and is gang tackled. Line of scrimmage was the 20, and that's as far as Thomas got. A number of Bobcats were there. Jay Crable, the jack defensive end for Ohio. Michael Mack, also there for the Bobcats. Good to see him back on the field for Ohio, the 6'1", 200-pound graduate student out of Glendale, Maryland. He's a guy, military background, was at the Air Force Academy, and he's a guy that everybody listens to on defense. He's very much a tone setter. Here's Calandria to throw, and a dart to the near side, which is caught. And then thrown out of bounds was Jaden Bradley by Adonis Williams. That ball was just an absolute seed into the hands of Jaden Bradley, who then goes out of bounds right in front of his bench at the 41 to pick up a 21 and a 1st down for UNLV.
Yeah, Bradley knew it was his zone. Basically ran up in between the brackets and coverage between Bannister outside. I think it was Aeneas inside for Ohio.
Out of the shotgun formation is Calandria. Again, quick roll, and he'll fire. Right side ball is caught by Thomas, and he is wrapped up and dropped immediately for a loss. Over there was Jalen Thomason for Ohio, one of the Bobcats' top tacklers this season. In fact, the club leader in that category with 80, and that tackle and that play will take us to the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes to go, first half. Ohio leads UNLV by the score of 6-0. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Whatever temperatures this winter brings, your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer is ready to help. Your dealer is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names. Whatever your heating needs, your local Bryant dealer will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort.
Contact First Choice Heating and Cooling at 740-200-4090. Bryant and First Choice, doing whatever it takes, and a proud sponsor of your Ohio Bobcats.
Now, the officials have been talking for quite some time.
Alrighty, let's see what they have to say.
Upon further review, there is no penalty on the play. However, we have conferred and discovered that Bob, the line judge, has saved a boatload for his kids' college using Ohio's 529 plan. It is tax-free, accepted nationwide. Bob recommends we all go to collegeadvantage.com. First down.
Well, that's not entirely unexpected.
Classic Bob.
With McValue at McDonald's, you don't just get deals on the drinks. You get deals on McDonald's drinks. So when you're breaking a sweat, embrace the chill without breaking the bank. And when your crew is running on empty, keep your wallet full while refreshing the squad.
Get more than you expect on your favorite medium drinks, like frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, iced coffee, or lemonade, now at just $2.29. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ohio leads UNLV by the score of 6-0. We're at the Frisco Bowl in Frisco, Texas, inside the Ford Center. Capacity 12,000. Ohio and UNLV meeting for the second time ever. And again, the score, Ohio on top by the count of 6-0. Portions of our broadcast here in quarter number 2 brought to you by our friends at the Hugh White dealerships. We appreciate their support of Ohio football and your support of Ohio football all season long. While we have this quick opportunity, Rob and I certainly want to send out thanks to all of you for tuning us in wherever you check out Ohio football all season long. It is our indeed great pleasure to be able to bring you these games, and I'm sure I can speak for Rob, although I don't have to, but I will, when we wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday.
Yeah. Great
Big
holiday
plans?
season, great
Big
Christmas
plans?
coming up this week.
Big plans?
Honestly, no. Visits with family either tomorrow evening and or Saturday, and hanging out with my mom a little bit on Christmas Day back home.
Good. Sounds like a lot of fun.
She may be listening, or they may have put her TV in her room on the ESPN. One or the other, she's paying attention.
UNLV with a 2nd down and 12 after the 2-yard loss. The ball's at the 39, their own 39-yard line. Dan Mullen, in his first year as the head coach, has also been the head coach at Mississippi State and Florida. But somehow being almost 27 games over 500 wasn't good enough at either one of those spots for Dan Mullen.
Mind-blowing.
The tight end Burns goes in motion to the far side. Calandria goes straight back to throw, and now will start to run. Comes to the 40-yard line and is dropped right as he got to the 40. He was trying to bounce to the outside, but Ohio would have absolutely none of that. Ike Ackerman's having a heck of a game right there. He was one of the first Bobcats in on the stop, helped out by Jalen Thomason.
His minutes have been up, and even before the ejection early in this game that basically moved him up to starters minutes, he's been growing in trust level, especially late in games, high leverage situations with his defensive staff.
Thomason went waist high to bring down the ball carrier. Play gained just a yard to the 40, where it's now 3rd down and 10.
Just focus on that belt loop and hit it.
Again, out of the shotgun formation is Calandria, straight back to throw now. Protection again starts to break down, and he's going to start to run. He'll just shovel toss the ball ahead to Jet Thomas, midfield stripe, and a 1st down as he angles out of bounds. As closing quickly for Ohio was Kendall Bannister, but it is good enough for a 1st down. Heads up by Calandria with the pressure coming. Was able to almost Patrick Mahomes-ish throw the football ahead to the running back Thomas, who galloped for the 1st down to the Ohio 46.
He creates off the dribble. Just Ohio a couple times has basically run by him or gotten too far north-south, too far upfield when they think they've got him. He doesn't flush. He doesn't panic. He just starts running.
13 yards to the 46 of Ohio. 1:15 to go in the half. Ohio again leading by the score of 6-0. 4 wide, split far side for UNLV. They'll hand the football off, and this is Thomas. grabbed around the ankles and slowed down by Ohio's Mikael Williams, and that allowed Bobcat help to arrive. Ackerman again there coming over to help out.
Second time out of the half, UNLV. Please reset the game clock to 1 minute and 7 seconds. 107, please.
Play carry to the Ohio
Thank you.
41-yard line to pick up a 5, so UNLV will have a 2nd down and 5 upcoming. Rebels are members of the Mountain West Conference, but they are a program that has often been mentioned whenever you start hearing conference realignment. They have been in the mix in a number of conversations. A lot of folks thought they might split for the realigned Pac-12 with the majority of schools that left the Mountain West, all of the state schools, Fresno, Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, all those schools that left for that league. But Vegas right now staying put. We were talking to their play-by-play announcer, Matt Neverett, and he said the goal in UNLV's minds is to position themselves to be ready if and when the Big 12, or he even said SEC. Now, I can't believe that. But heck, these days anything's
correct.
Board,
and teams that have a great airport and a great facility have the advantage in terms of ability to move up. There's no one else in the Mountain West that's even close to what Vegas can offer a league.
2nd down and 5 for UNLV. The ball at the Ohio 41-yard line. Play back in. Here is Calandria back to throw again. Now he'll step up in the pocket and run, pointing downfield. A flag is down. Calandria throws ahead, and the pass is tipped and falls incomplete at the 5, but this may be a holding call. The ball incomplete at the 5. The flag was thrown at the Ohio 40.
Yeah, Calandria had the thing diffused. 3-man rush. He knew where to beat it. Spied and get to him from the linebacker level, but there's a hold behind the play.
Either that or, again, another ineligible downfield.
One or the other gets you roughly the same place.
Holding. Offense number 73, 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Alani Makaheli, the 6'3", 350-pound senior right guard out of Anchorage, Alaska. A return UNLV Rebel. Went to UCLA, then transferred to went to UNLV, then transferred to UCLA, then came back.
And they beat UCLA this year at home.
2nd and 15. The ball moved back to the 49, the UNLV 49-yard line. Again, Calandria runs back to throw. Now, again, will step up, has the football in his right hand, will float it near side. Pass is caught by Elksness, the tight end, to the near side. Took a massive hit as he got inside the 35-yard line. Mikael Williams lit him up right there, but he still manages to move ahead for a 1st down to the Ohio 33-yard line to pick up a 17.
Yeah, basically ran right to the mark and just set up there, posted up on the sideline, hoped Ohio's defense wouldn't find him fast, and they didn't.
1st down and 10 for UNLV. Under a minute to go in the half, 43 seconds. Ohio leads 6-0, but UNLV on the move. Calandria straight back to throw. Long over the middle now. This one is airborne, and it's intercepted by Ohio in the end zone. Tumbling down after coming away with the football for the Bobcats was DJ Walker with the interception. Calandria overthrew the receiver, and DJ Walker made him pay for it, and Ohio gets the football back.
Yeah, basically he's playing center field there right at the goal line and kind of curls under the route. Fronts or posts up the receiver, and there's really not much you can do. Ball a little light, needed to be deeper.
Interception. The defensive player's momentum brought him into the end zone. By rule, the ball be placed at the 2-yard line. 1st down.
2nd interception of the season for DJ Walker. And as you heard referee Tim Rich say, since his momentum carried him into the end zone, the ball will come out to the 2 where Walker first was there. So Ohio will have the football. And for Calandria, that interception, his 9th of the season. The Ohio defense, again, comes up with a big play.
Yeah, they've been rare. He's not been a real magnet for a ton of turnovers. They've been pretty safe with the ball, but that time the receiver really didn't hit his break, didn't cut toward the post, toward the middle of the end zone until very, very late. And Ohio saw it coming the whole way.
Ball's at the 2-yard line, their own 2-yard line, with 32 seconds left in the half. Navarro and Brune are in the end zone. Navarro takes the helmet high snap and hands off to Brune, who gets out to the 5, falls across the 5, up to about the 6, maybe the 7, where he was brought down. For Vegas, Cohen Fuller, a 6'3", 300-pound senior tackle, was in on the stop. Transfer from Coastal Carolina.
UNLV's not going to stop the clock, and Ohio will have possession. Start the next half.
So a first half full of mistakes. Turnovers on both sides, 2 each. UNLV had a touchdown called back because of a holding call. Ohio lost Anas Lukman to an ejection for a targeting call. Ohio missed an extra point on the touchdown. And that's where we are here as the teams go to the opposite ends of the field and head towards their locker rooms. We are through 2 periods of play in the Frisco Bowl. Ohio leads UNLV by the score of 6-0. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Mark Porter Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Ohio University Athletics. Mark Porter Chevrolet Buick GMC in Pomeroy is one of Ohio's largest GM dealers and is a 13-time Mark of Excellence Award winner. Mark Porter Ford is the 2021 President's Club Award winner for dealership sales and service and a top 3 dealer in the Cincinnati Select region. Mark Porter Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Pomeroy and Jackson has the largest Jeep and Ram inventory in Southeast Ohio. Visit markporterauto.com to get your Car Ferry discount today. The Car Ferry will be chanting OU, oh yeah, let's go Bobcats.
This is your home for Ohio football.
Dominate this week, baby.
The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
Airplanes fly. What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Your health changes with every season of life. That's why Memorial Health System is here with primary care that grows with you. From everyday checkups to same or next day appointments, our providers don't just treat symptoms. They listen, they check in, they remember what matters to you. Primary care that goes beyond the appointment. That's expecting more. With more than 70 providers, 27 locations, and 40,000 already established patients, you are sure to find the perfect fit for you. Learn more at mhsystem.org/partner.
Welcome to Fairfield by Marriott Athens, where comfort meets convenience. Whether you're traveling for business or leisure, our modern, stylish rooms offer a perfect retreat. Enjoy a complimentary hot breakfast in our 24-hour fitness center to energize you. Need to relax? Take a dip in our saltwater pool or relax on our back patio with a fire pit and grill. Our Marriott Diamond Award-winning staff is ready to assist you, and your stay will be nothing short of exceptional. Stay amazing. Bleed green.
You're listening to Ohio football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone or just taking a deep, calming breath to ground yourself. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome to the Memorial Health Halftime Show. Memorial Health System. Expect more. Coming up, a look around the MAC and the top 25, plus a breakdown of the first half. The Memorial Health Halftime Show begins now.
Ohio leads UNLV 6-0 at halftime of the Frisco Bowl. Welcome inside the Learfield Network studios. Matt Schweikert here to take you through our first couple of halftime segments. Let's start with our first half highlights, which are brought to you by Fairfield Inn. It was the Bobcat ground game that got the Ohio offense started with a couple of chunk plays in the first quarter.
Parker Navarro second-team Mid-American Conference selection at quarterback, C.A. Bangura. First-team Mid-American Conference choice at the running back spot for Ohio. It's the pistol formation with Bangura a couple of yards behind Navarro. Far side hash, 2nd and 2. Ball goes to Bangura. He's got the first down and more, and there he goes, 40 to the 45-yard line. Dances back into Vegas territory at the 45, and he's shoved out of bounds. First down, Ohio. C.A. Bangura with a Bangura blast into UNLV territory. First down, Ohio.
Both teams moved the ball well throughout the first half, but turnovers and other miscues, the undoing of both offenses. But finally, the Bobcats were able to break through and get into the end zone in the second quarter.
Pistol formation. Again, he'll RPO to the near side. He'll keep the football, turn up at the 5, and sprint into the end zone, untouched. Touchdown, Ohio. Parker Navarro from 5 yards out for the Knights' first score. And Ohio goes on top 6-0 at the 10:02 mark.
Extra point was no good, so we would stay at 6-0. UNLV was on the move, looking to tie the game, potentially take the lead late in the half, but the Ohio defense comes up clutch once again.
First down and 10 for UNLV. Under a minute to go in the half, 43 seconds. Ohio leads 6-0, but UNLV on the move. Calandria straight back to throw. Long over the middle now. This one is airborne, and it's intercepted by Ohio in the end zone. Tumbling down after coming away with the football for the Bobcats was D.J. Walker with the interception. Calandria overthrew the receiver, and D.J. Walker made him pay for it, and Ohio gets the football back.
That's how it sounded as Ohio leads UNLV 6-0 at halftime. And those first half highlights brought to you by Fairfield Inn. We'll take another break and then check out what's going on around college football here during bowl season on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Online scheduling makes seeing your provider easier than ever. Click, schedule, connect. Think Holzer first. Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house for healthcare? Don't. Holzer Virtual Care for when and where you need it. Think Holzer first.
Toyota Thona's on, and there's no better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota. Now through January 5th, get 2.99 APR financing on remaining new 25 Tacomas. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a well-equipped 25 Tacoma SR5 for $259 a month, or 39 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details, or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This is your home for Ohio football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Presented by Holzer.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs is probably the best you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, know it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Halftime continues at the Frisco Bowl. Ohio up 6-0 against UNLV. Welcome back inside the Learfield Network studios. It's a busy bowl season across the Mid-American Conference. Let's digest all the action with the Bickle Insurance MAC Scoreboard. Bickle Insurance, value beyond insurance. We had 2 games already in the books for the MAC. One was earlier today. Toledo fell to Louisville 27-22 in the Boca Raton Bowl. The Rockets trailed 14-3 at the end of the third quarter, but then had their furious comeback attempt come up just short. So the Rockets finished the season at 8-5. It was Western Michigan getting to 10 wins on the year with a dominant win against Kennesaw State in the Myrtle Beach Bowl last Friday. 41-6, the Broncos get the win. They scored 21 points in just over 5 minutes to open the game. They were up 27-0. at the end of the first quarter and just cruised the rest of the way home from there. And then 2 more games still to come for the league here in bowl season. One will be on Friday, the day after Christmas, Central Michigan against Northwestern in the Game Above Sports Bowl. That game will kick off from Detroit at 1 o'clock. And then Saturday from Tucson, it'll be Miami and Fresno State at 4:30 in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Miami will look to finish with another winning season, get to 8-6 on the year after they lost to Western Michigan in the MAC championship game. Again, our score here at halftime, Ohio 6, UNLV nothing. That was your Pickle Insurance Max scoreboard. Pickle Insurance, value beyond insurance. We'll get you back out to Marty and Rob next on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
If you're traveling to a game, a weekend road trip, or just around town, you need to stop at GoMart. You'll find a GoMart open 24 hours a day right off the interstate or right off Main Street in your local community. You can refuel your ride with quality gasoline and also yourself with popular snacks, drinks, and more. We're making it easy to keep up with your busy schedule by keeping you on the go. GoMart is the proud sponsor of Ohio Bobcat football.
Go for good times. Go for GoMart.
This is your home for Ohio football.
Dominate this week, baby.
The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Ohio leads UNLV by the score of 6-0. We are back here at the intermission. Marty Bannister and Rob Cornelius, and we're glad to have you with us here on this Bowl Tuesday for Ohio. Bobcats looking for their 7th consecutive bowl victory, which for the time being would move them into number 2 on the current list of consecutive bowl victories. Minnesota plays New Mexico later this week in the Rate Bowl, and if Minnesota wins that, they would remain tied with Ohio, both with 7 straight bowl victories. Ohio again leading this game by the score of 6-0. One of the big numbers and one of the big performances in half number 1 belongs to Ohio's Ike Ackerman. The redshirt freshman getting considerable snaps here in this first half, again with Anas Lukman being ejected from the game. All Ackerman has done tonight is lead the club in tackles through the first half with 5, recovered a fumble.
He's been a pressure machine, but he's also been active as a tackler and playing wide and trying to hem up the running back and the quarterback in the backfield there. And, go back there, replay, and a lot of people obviously text us from the first half. That was a pretty soft target, and Lukman essentially hitting a guy in the back of the shoulder. It was not that helmet forward. It was really an odd call, especially early in this game, for one that was not in a mood that was out of control or even close.
He has 5 tackles, 2 for a loss, the fumble recovery, and coming into this game, did not have a tackle on the season. No. In the limited amount of minutes that he had played, you hear this term used so much, next man up. Well, he very much fits that definition.
No, I mean, his minutes have been up, but him not getting tackles or stats really to show, club trail or whatever you want to call it, but he'd been playing more defensive end, rush in, stand up in, and like third and long packages as this season's gone on. And Ohio, the only thing that's really not working for Ohio is They're showing a lot of pre-snap stuff to the offense, to the quarterback, but they're coming out and rushing 3 and dropping 8, trying to prevent him from throwing. And the problem is occasionally he's beating those 3-down rushers the quarterback is with his feet or is getting out of the pocket. That's really the only hole in this. Ohio's showing a lot of pressure, but occasionally they're giving up the run or the short pass against the 3-man front.
Ohio again leads by the score of 6-0 in this game here at the intermission. We are closing in on the start of the second half. Again, Ohio with the lead. The Bobcats in the first half of this game with total offense numbers 184. UNLV with 202 in the first half. Parker Navarro just 5 passing attempts, 3 of 5, 56 yards. C.A. Bangura 92 yards rushing on 8 carries. For UNLV, Anthony Calandria 14 of 21, 150, an interception, 39 yards rushing for Jet Thomas, 4 catches for Jaden Bradley. Chase Hendricks has a couple of catches for 48 yards for Ohio. Bobcats on top by the score of 6-0. Second half is coming up next. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer Health Systems.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Protect your business with the right partner. Talk to an advisor at Bickle Insurance. BickleInsurance.com.
Whatever temperatures this winter brings, your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer is ready to help. Your dealer is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names. Whatever your heating needs, your local Bryant dealer will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort.
Schedule your appointment today with Accurate Heating and Cooling at AccurateHVAC.com. Bryant, doing whatever it takes, and a proud sponsor of your Ohio Bobcats.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Ohio University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Ohio University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Ohio University.
Ohio again leading UNLV by the score of 6-0. So often the crew that does the job of working the headsets and all the sidelines communication goes unrecognized a lot of times. And a guy who spent a big part of his life being a part of Ohio's sideline communication department has passed away. Bob Watkins, who had been working with the football program since 1968, an Ohio University alumnus, held a bachelor's in electrical engineering, a master in industrial systems, known as the Office of Information Technology, where he spent 46 years of service, has passed away. We want to, again, send out our thoughts and prayers to Bob Watkins and to the Watkins family, a Bobcat through and through, and will certainly be missed on the sidelines and working with the communication staff. Those guys, Brett and his crew, do a great job with that, and certainly our thoughts and prayers are with the Watkins family at this time of year.
A lot of folks who do a lot of parts and have a lot of things involved in this team. You never see them at home, never see them on the radio or the TV, but they're invested.
Again, 6-0 is the score. Ohio on top. The only points of the first half, a Parker Navarro 5-yard touchdown run. The extra point, however, no good. And that's where we stand again by the score of 6-0.
I mean, what sticks out to me is UNLV's had the ball 5 times. Ohio's gotten 5 stops, punt, fumble, punt, turnover on downs, and that pick to basically end the half. On the flip side, Ohio's playing the run really well. Now, UNLV's doing a lot of called runs, blocked runs, and not option runs, where Ohio's even better. But they're holding Vegas about 3 1/3 yards a carry. So they really haven't broken more than 1 or 2 runs of any distance.
The DJ Walker interception right towards the end of the half so big because Ohio gets the football to start the second half, and the Rebels were moving the football down the field, but Calandria overthrew that receiver, and DJ Walker picked that ball off in the end zone, and just a huge play for the Ohio defense right there.
Yeah, it just got kind of under the route. It was underthrown a little, but receiver did not break to the middle until a hair too late.
Camden Costa will kick the football away for UNLV to start the second half. For Ohio, C.A. Banguras to the near side. Duncan Brune angled to his left and up about the 9-yard line. Brune stands on the goal line. Banguras stands on the goal line to the near side. Costa, a short sprint towards the football, booms it away, high end-over-end kick that Bangura will watch bounce in the end zone, and it will scoot out of the end zone to our left. And the Ohio offense, which generated 184 yards in half number 1, will come onto the field to start half number 2.
Yeah, Ohio on pace to run for 250. That happens. Ohio, this team usually wins, period.
C.A. Bangura again with 92 yards coming into this game on 8 carries. Ohio, in its second Frisco Bowl appearance, still hasn't allowed a point in a Frisco Bowl. Shut out San Diego State here in 2018, 27-0.
Something, 90 minutes of that, 90 minutes of game time.
First down and 10 for Ohio. The ball at their own 25-yard line. It's at the far side hash. They move from our left to right to start half number 2. Bangura to the right of Parker Navarro. A couple of quick hand claps, takes the snap, and goes back to throw. He'll deliver to the far side. The pass is caught by Mason Williams, the tight end, who then immediately steps out of bounds after making the catch. It's just a 3-yard gain out to the 28. That'll bring up a second down and 7.
Yeah, kind of just running hard out to the outside. Honestly, not aware there wasn't much with him. UNLV ran a run blitz there, tried to come in through the guard in the center, but the ball was out fast.
First catch of the night for Mason Williams, a third-team Mid-American Conference choice this year. The 6'5", 258-pound redshirt sophomore out of Mogadore, Ohio.
So productive, especially early in the season.
Of course, Jake Bruno burst onto the scene in the season opener at Rutgers with 2 touchdown catches in that game. Williams in a slot. Handoff goes to Bangura, comes to the near side, and is tripped up right about the 30-yard line. He was just starting to get ahead of steam when Blessing Alu Tuiole Motu came in to bring him down. 6'1", 220-pound sophomore out of Hawaii.
Yeah, really nice stop there. Got at him, got right to ankle level. Now over 60 tackles in the season.
Picked up a couple, third down and 6. The ball at the 30. We're just underway. Half number 2, a minute in. Ohio leads UNLV here in the Frisco Bowl by the score of 6-0. 2 wides are to the near side for Navarro. Don Dorwart and Chase Hendricks to the far side. Rodney Harris is split to that far side. Also in that far side setup is Williams. Navarro takes a snap, looks that way, throws. Pass is caught by Harris, turns upfield 35, 40, has the first down, and is flipped down shy of the 45-yard line. It's an Ohio first down, a gain of 13 out to the 43.
Good look, good read to find Harris on an in-breaking route from the outside receiver spot, working against single safety. You knew there was some room in the middle of the field.
Jaheim Joseph back into the game, and that's good to see for UNLV. He made the stop. Navarro takes a snap, wanted to throw to the left, now will turn with the football and run to the right. Evades one tackle, 45, goes through a gap midfield stripe, stumbles into UNLV territory, and then falls out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That's just vintage Parker Navarro right there.
Fearless, just threw on the stop, threw on the brakes, hit the stop key, let the tackler come flying by, and got the next 7 or 8 yards easily untouched.
13 yards on an Ohio first down. The ball quickly into UNLV territory at the 44. Navarro again takes a snap and again wants to throw. Looks to the right, now will roll to the left and sends the ball ahead downfield, and it's caught inside the 35-yard line. Again, that was Rodney Harris going airborne to make the catch, and then goes down inside the 35 at the UNLV 34. It's a gain of 10 and another Ohio first down. Bobcats starting to chunk gain their way down the field.
Heavy Harris usage as doubles and whatnot, and safeties come to Hendricks, and Harris is there. He's had a couple big games in his career like that where you just focus. You throw at him until they decide to stop you.
Harris had 5 catches for 92 yards and a touchdown in the win over Miami. And stepping up big time here tonight. Trips to the near side for Ohio. Empty far side. Bangura to the left of Navarro out of the shotgun formation. First down and 10 Ohio at the UNLV 34-yard line. Bangura now moves over to the right of Navarro. who, again, from the far side hash is looking to throw. Going near side, Hendricks is behind the defender and makes the catch. Oh, he could not hang on to it. Oh, he had it for a split second in the end zone. He was behind Jake Pope, and it was almost an Ohio touchdown. Hendricks just could not hang on to the ball.
Exactly the matchup you want. Hendricks slot on a safety deep with no other safety help, essentially running a corner up the numbers and starting to break toward the corner late inside the 10. That's pretty.
And that was good coverage by Jake Pope. He recovered in a hurry because Hendricks had ran right past him.
That's the matchup. You see Hendricks on safety or linebacker inside half, and you have to throw that ball.
2nd down and 10, Ohio, the ball at the UNLV 34-yard line. The Mid-American Conference, the Mountain West Conference. Here in the Frisco Bowl tonight. Navarro fakes, throws, passes caught by the tight end across the 25-yard line and being brought down inside the 25 for Ohio after reaching up and making that catch was Mason Williams. That was a catch in congestion right there. Ball moved to the 25-yard line. Ohio's a yard shy of the first down. It's 3rd and 1 at the UNLV 25. Handoff Bangura quickly to the left side, and he gets the first down. In fact, it was Navarro on the play fake who comes to the near side. He's done that so many times this year and able to stick the ball in the belly of Bangura, then turn the edge. Regardless, it is a first down as the play carry to the UNLV 23-yard line. A pickup of a couple. Thanks for pointing that out, Rob.
Yeah, kept the ball, held it on that hip pad, and got it down there and hidden just long enough to get free to the outside, to get outside the tackle, and get way more than the yard and a half you might have needed.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was a pretty good run by Bangura regardless.
Looked great.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Bangura off to the right of Navarro. First down for Ohio. Bobcats on the move. The ball at the UNLV 23. And now here's Bangura busting out of the pack to the 10, to the 5, and saunters into the end zone. Touchdown. Again, he ran into the middle of the line of scrimmage, then just bounced it to the outside. There was nothing in the middle. He turned the corner and races in from 23 yards out, and Ohio leads 12-0.
He gets hit but doesn't really take any serious contact with Hyde. Just bounces off like some sort of weeble or something and gets outside, and UNLV just never recovers. There's never really any second effort inside the 15. He skates easily.
There's a flag down in the end zone.
There is no foul on the play. The result of the play is a touchdown.
All righty. 12-0 Ohio. On to try the extra point will be David Dellenbach. Ohio scores the first time they have the ball here in the second half. 75-yard drive. And now Ohio's going to play for 2 with it being 12-0.
Absolutely.
Offense stays on the field. Navarro with Bangura standing a couple yards behind him in the pistol formation. Ohio leads 12-0, trying to tack on the 2-point conversion try. Ohio's 1 for 1 this year in 2-point tries. Navarro back to throw. Looking, rushes on, lobs into the end zone. The pass is caught by Chase Hendricks for the successful 2-point conversion. Heck of a catch there by Chase Hendricks, again with the defender draped all over him. And Chase Hendricks hauls in the pass for the successful 2-point play. And Ohio increases their lead to the count of 14-0.
Good find right in the middle of that Cowboys end zone. Again, he doesn't need much space, just a little. And that play, the blocking held up for Parker Navarro. He had time to look, and finally choose middle.
11:02 to go, third quarter. Ohio has increased their lead to 2 scores over UNLV. It's Ohio 14, UNLV nothing. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, brought to you by Holzer Health Systems.
At Integrated Services for Behavioral Health, we offer a wide range of housing, mental health, and substance use disorder services. But sometimes one story says it all. A 39-year-old woman came to us while living in a tent, struggling with a substance use disorder and facing significant legal challenges. Through the unwavering support from our dedicated team of helpers, she entered treatment, got sober, and worked 2 jobs to rebuild her life. Today, she's earned her STNA certification, secured safe and stable housing, and is thriving in recovery. ISBH, helping people reclaim their futures. Learn more at isbh.org.
Football season is here, which means winter is not far behind. Hi, this is Jared Dean with Dean Heating and Cooling. As your local Tempstar dealer, you can experience superior home comfort with Tempstar game-changing technology. Whether you need a fall tune-up or a midwinter repair call, our expert technicians will make sure your heating system is running at peak performance. Count on Dean Heating and Cooling and Tempstar to keep you cozy all winter long. Find us online at deanheatingandcooling.com and go Cats!
Picture it. Your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Kroger, we know these moments matter, And we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Let's break down the Ohio scoring drive with the Donwood Toyota Drive summary. Donwood Toyota, 900 East State Street in Athens, or online at donwoodtoyota.com. 9 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes, 56 seconds. The C.A. Bangura 23-yard touchdown run capped off by the Parker Navarro to Chase Hendricks 2-point conversion. Ohio leads UNLV by the score of 14-0. Let's pause 10 seconds, allow stations to identify themselves. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Ohio 14, UNLV nothing. Opening drive in the second half results in points. We mentioned that interception by DJ
UNLV
Walker.
number 43 is reporting as number 89.
That interception, a little bit of momentum right there to end the half with UNLV moving down the field, and Ohio takes the football right away and goes right down the field and scores to start half number 2. Ohio on top 14-0.
Yeah, some nice chunk plays in there. 13-yard run for Navarro. 13-yard pass to Harris, starting to focus on Harris more and some outside throws before getting it back to Hendricks in the middle of the field late.
Our crack producer, Matt Schweikert, did a little digging while we were talking about Ohio pitching a shutout here. We'll tell you about that number in a moment. I'm probably just going to put the great big announcer's jinx on it, which does exist, by the way. Here, high end-over-end kick. That will be fielded far side by Jaden Bradley. Comes back to the middle field to the 10-yard line, angling to the near side, and is flipped airborne as he tried to turn the corner to the near side. Great special teams coverage for Ohio that time. Racing down for the Bobcats, leading the charge that time for Ohio was J.T. Haskins, backup defensive back, and he got there in a hurry and flipped Bradley down, and UNLV will have the football first down and 10 inside their own 10-yard line.
Bradley just running too much laterally. He dug himself a hole there and just couldn't get out of it soon enough.
Well, and that was caused by Ohio's coverage on the kick, forcing him to go wide like that, not allowing him to run north and south. First down and 10, UNLV. They have the ball at their own 7-yard line. Again, Ohio leads 14-0. Calandria will go to the far side on the handoff. This is Thomas to the 10, to the 15, out near the 20, and he is brought down. It's good enough for UNLV first down as he got out to the 18-yard line, a pickup of 11. We mentioned how Ohio has tossed a shutout here in the Frisco Bowl. Ohio's last time they gave up points, according to our producer, Matt Schweikert, when they were in the state of Texas. You have to go back to 2009. When Ohio won at North Texas State 31-30.
Yep, overtime win, the Frank Solich Guts game.
First down and 10, and they hand the ball off in the middle, and absolutely no room to run with the football as the Bobcats plug the middle that time. Pius Ojugo, one of the first black-shirted Bobcats to get there on the stop.
Yep.
Line of scrimmage was the 18-yard line. He lost a yard back to the 17.
Yep, Ojugo getting off of blocks there against a little bigger UNLV lines, close to 320 a man.
Ojugo, the 6'3", 280-pound redshirt senior, transfer from Central Michigan. Second down and 11. The ball back at the 17 for UNLV. Out of the Mountain West Conference. Waist-high snap. Calandrio takes, throws near side. Pass is caught at the 23-yard line. Moving up towards the 25 on the catch for the Rebels was, on the reception, Tayshawn Lyons, the 6'1 sophomore from Hayward, California. Good enough for a first down out to their own 26 and pick up a 9. No, in fact, it's going to be shy.
Yeah, hemmed him
Looked
in.
for a moment like they had moved it ahead, but it is at the 26, so it's shy of the first down.
Hemmed him in there. He's going to need almost 3.
Yeah. It will be, in fact, a third down and 3. Just across the 25-yard line. Direct snap goes to Bradley, and he is gobbled up in the backfield. Ohio was ready for it that time. In fact, that was Jet Thomas, the running back. They went with that Wildcat formation again, and that hasn't fooled Ohio at all tonight.
Yeah, they got him with it once very, very early, but you're right, on one of those drives where there was a turnover or something silly where nobody could score in the first quarter of this game.
So the Bobcat defense comes up big again.
That is the 6th series stop for the Ohio defense on UNLV.
So it is 4th and 3 now after that play. Lost a couple of yards. On to punt again is Cam Brown. Very high end-over-end kick. That will be signaled for a fair catch by Hendricks, and that hit one of the upbacks. The ball's loose in the field. If it hit a Bobcat, it's UNLV ball, and it is.
It's live.
It hit a Bobcat who was downfield trying to back up to get ready to block and trying to, I think, just get out of the way of the ball, and it inadvertently hit the player who was down there. That might have been Jamar Mundy. Let's see who was down there on that. That was Ricky Hyatt who was down there. That might have been the player that got hit by that football on the punt. And that made it a live ball immediately, and UNLV able to come away with it.
Cannot get turned around, cannot get blocked into the ball, and he pretty much was. Maybe.
We're watching the replay here, and it was J.T. Haskins, and it looked like it might have hit him in the foot or the ankle of his left foot.
He was getting blocked back into
Ruling
a little.
in the field was the ball was touched by a receiving team player and recovered by a kicking team player. It's first down.
I'd like to see another look at that. I wish we had a better one. There really aren't a lot of cameras down at field level. They're mostly up here, and they're in some non-traditional positions in this non-traditional building.
The only replay we have is the big screen, which is off to our left. And regardless, it is UNLV football. They'll have it at the Ohio 30.
Very short field, shortest field of the day for any team.
But Haskins was engaged with a UNLV defender. So it is UNLV football. They have it at the Ohio 30. 8:30 to go here in the third quarter, so a break for the Rebels. Calandria takes the snap, fakes inside, gives on a jet sweep motion to the near side, and trying to turn to the corner, but not being allowed to do so by DJ Walker was one of the Vegas backup wideouts racing in that time. That was Caden McGee, a 6-foot freshman out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. The Okie from Muskogee could do nothing with that. He lost a couple of yards back to the 32.
Yeah, great job by Ohio's defense diagnosing it, forcing it out wide, and then pursuing to that side. Ohio is so great laterally most of the time.
Play lost a couple. Second down and 12. DJ Walker's had a big night.
Hard work.
Second down and 12 for UNLV. The ball now at the Ohio 32. Calandria, a little problem with the snap. Goes back through. The pass is batted away at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. Charlie Christopher came roaring through the middle with both hands airborne and deflected that pass, and it will be a third down and 12 now.
So a jet sweep for a loss, a block pass, and now third and a bunch. I'm not sure how much heat Ohio could want to bring here.
Christopher got his right hand on that pass and deflected it. The 6-foot, 227-pound freshman linebacker from Uniontown, Ohio. His dad, Matt, played linebacker at Ohio State back in the early 90s. And a big play right there by Christopher. Third down and 12 for UNLV. Rebels are 3 of 7 on the night on third down. Ball's at the Ohio 32. From the near side hash, Calandria's back to throw. Looks over the middle now, has a receiver open. He dropped the football at the 10-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Troy Omire was wide open and just could not hang on to that pass on a crossing route at the Ohio 10. It would have been a first and goal. As it is, it's now fourth down.
Yeah, all by himself, middle of the field, and outrun a smaller DB as he made the cut on the post pattern and just literally cannot bring the ball in with those big red gloves.
That ball was wobbling a little bit, and it was high, but still it was right in his hands. On to try the field goal is Ramon Viella. He's 14 of 19 this year. His long is 50. This one will be spotted at the 40. It is a 50-yard attempt to get Vegas on the board for the first time tonight. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. It is on the way. And does it have the oomph? It is to the crossbar and just over. It didn't get over by much, but it did. And for the first time tonight, the Rebels are on the scoreboard. The 50-yard field goal by Ramon Viella. And Ohio and UNLV. The Bobcats give up their first points of the night and trail at lead, though, by the score of 14-3. It didn't get over by much.
Oh, no. Very close.
Wow. And we have a timeout on the field. 7:33 to go here in quarter number 3. Ohio's lead now on UNLV stands at 14-3. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer Health.
At Ohio Health, you can see your doctor here, there, or anywhere, whether it's in person.
Hi there. How are you feeling today?
Or at home.
Hi there. How are you doing?
At one of our 200-plus care sites across the state.
All right, let's take a look.
Or on your tablet, smartphone, or computer.
So when did this problem start?
You'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Toyota-thon is on. Get in the spirit of the season with a new Toyota. Now through January 5th, get $3,000 customer cash on remaining new 25 Tundras. Or get 0.99 APR financing plus $1,000 TFS APR cash. With approved credit through TFS, excludes TRD Pro. APR cash must be applied to deal. And every new Toyota comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
College throws a lot of decisions your way, but here's an easy one. Your first big move after graduation. BBI Logistics is growing fast and looking for sharp, motivated grads who want more than just a job. We'll teach you the industry, push you to grow, and set you up with serious perks, health benefits, 401k match, profit sharing, and paid time off. No ceiling, no limits, just opportunity. Apply now at BBILogistics.com/careers. BBI Logistics, where ambition hits the road.
Ohio leads UNLV by the score of 14-3. The Vegas scoring drive, 4 plays, minus 2 yards, set up by the recovery of the fumble on the punt. But Ohio's defense able to step up once again. And Rob, you and I were just talking during the break. I'm of the opinion Ohio was allowed 217 yards in this juncture in this game tonight. I still think this is one of the better performances this defense has had of late.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the yards, again, they've been through the middle of the field, you know, what I call the neutral zone with speed, but they're not getting value out of them. And more importantly, Ohio is stopping the run at an incredibly high rate. Right now, Vegas, 20 carries for 58 yards. That's under 3 yards a carry. They're unable to run with any regularity. Ohio is able to show a little pressure today, has gotten away with showing more pressure, more blitzes, more stuff that wasn't on the tape before. But this is maybe their best defensive performance since early in the season.
The Ohio offense has done a pretty good job of running the football. 168 yards tonight against UNLV. The Rebels this season, 12 of their 13 opponents as a team have rushed for over 100 yards, including a whopping 428 by Air Force in one of their Mountain West Conference games. Boise State, the first time they played, lit them up for 294. They were 10th in the league in rushing. It's really not less surprising that Air Force ran for those kind of yards because that's what they do.
Yeah, that's what they do. And these guys did open their season 6-0 before running into Boise once and New Mexico, and then Boise a second time. And Boise was heads and shoulders better than these guys. But the rest of the schedule, they were as good, if not better, than everyone else they played.
Costa, a high end-over-end kick that Bangura will back up and field on the Sea and Cowboys in the end zone to our left and kneel down on the fair catch. And that's where Ohio will put their offense onto the field out to the 20-yard line. 7:33 to go here in this third quarter. Out to the 25-yard line. I apologize. Out to the 25. I call so many high school games it gets out to the 20. Ball out to the 25 here, and Ohio will have it first down and 10.
Ohio's controlled game pace and possession. They need to keep that up.
Saw incoming recruit Levi Davis back in the state championships in Canton a few weeks back. Get excited, Bobcat fans.
Yeah.
He's a good one. At an Olentangy Orange High School, signed, sealed, and delivered to be a Bobcat. First down and 10 for Ohio. 7:33 to go here in this third quarter. Ohio leads 14-3. Handoff goes to Duncan Brune to the right side, and a short gain from the 25. He gets out to the 27-yard line, picks up a couple. Brune, his big game this year against Northern Illinois, where he went for 126 yards and a couple of scores on just 16 carries. We mentioned NIU, Northern Illinois, and they are headed to the Mountain West Conference next year. In fact, they will play at Vegas next season in Mountain West Conference action.
Yep, they will head from Rockford International to LAS.
UNLV, by the way, will open the 2026 season just down the road at North Texas and also play at Akron next year.
Yeah, they've got an Akron game coming up. That'll be fun.
Second down and 8 for Ohio. Bobcats leading 14-3, moving from our left to right. And that was just a discombobulated play from the get-go. Snap was low. Flags come in. All kinds of movement at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, must have moved before the snap or the attempted snap, which came out as a ground ball. What happened first?
Delay of game. Offense number 13. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So that will walk the ball back to the Ohio 22-yard line.
And penalties light, just the fourth one on Ohio.
For 35 yards, Vegas has been tagged 4 times for 25 yards. Second and 13 now. Two wides either side of the field for Navarro. Ball's on the near side hash at their own 22. Navarro takes the number high snap and will tuck the football, try to run to the far side. Now spins free momentarily, and again trying to spin to the far side and will lose yardage. Back inside the 20 he is dropped. He was just trying to spin his way free. One spin, two spins, but just unable to get away from a whole lot of guys wearing gray, led by Cohen Fuller.
Yeah, I just need to take what was there, tuck it, take a couple yards. Instead, he basically was going to run his O-line into a bunch of holding if he wasn't careful.
So that moves the ball back to the 20, which makes it now 3rd and 15. Ohio on the night, 3 of 6 on third downs. Just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, 5:55. Ohio leads 14-3, but facing a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 at their own 20-yard line. Duncan Bruins into the game at the running back spot. He's off to the right of Navarro. They'll put a tight end in motion. Navarro takes a snap and just tries to run for some kind of yardage and is brought down after a short gain out to the 26. Not much happening there offensively. Just trying to give a little more room for the punt team to come on. And on the stop for UNLV was Tumishe Adalea, a 6'4", 275-pound senior out of Katy, Texas, has been to 4 schools.
Man.
Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Texas State, and now UNLV.
Yeah, just trying to clear some space there, motion the tight end out and see if you'd have any room to run that quarterback draw right in the middle.
Second punt of the night for Magnus Haynes. His first went for 56 yards. This one not going to go quite that far, although it takes a pretty good bounce, then checks up and is fielded by Ohio. Line of scrimmage was the 26-yard line, and the punt was fielded on a bounce at the 39-yard line, so it ends up being a 37-yard kick for Magnus Haynes and a timeout on the field. 4:59 to go here in this third quarter. Ohio nursing a 14-3 lead over UNLV in the Frisco Bowl. We'll step aside. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer Health.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
You're listening to Ohio Football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Ohio 14, UNLV 3, 4:59 to go here in the third quarter. UNLV about to get the football. We mentioned Dan Mullen in his first year as the head coach of UNLV. His offensive coordinator, Corey Dennis, Urban Meyer's son-in-law. And Dan Mullen's ties to Urban Meyer go all the way back to when the two were on the same staff at Bowling Green back in the early part of the 2000s. And Dan Mullen and Urban Meyer have maintained a strong relationship. Mullen also has been the head coach at Mississippi State, where he went 69-46, then went to Florida, where he went 35-14. He went 10-3, 11-2, 8-4, then 5-6 in Gainesville, and that was not good enough, and they booted him from that job. And then he did some work at ESPN for a number of years as an analyst, and now back on the sidelines at UNLV.
Yep. Dude can talk. Dude can express himself.
Yeah,
it's a good press conference. It was a long press conference.
Yeah, because of Dan Mullen. First down and 10 for UNLV. They have the football at their own 40-yard line. First down and 10 at the near side. Hash, and Calandria goes right back to throw. Has some time and zips over the middle. Pass is almost intercepted. Knocked away. Jack Freeze, a linebacker, back on coverage for Ohio. They're trying to get the ball in the hands of Coy Moore, who was the receiver, had that touchdown called back in the first quarter on the holding call. Good job by Jack Freeze drifting back in coverage and deflecting that pass.
Yeah, Ohio's linebackers are really good at going to coverage and being ball savvy, and that's been obviously Freeze a lot of the time, and Cam Hollabaugh.
Jack Freeze is a great story. He missed a number of games this year with a knee injury, and while he was rehabbing, he put on about 10 pounds of weight, all muscle. And defensive linebackers coach Chris Wood said, I didn't recognize him one day when he came out to practice when we got him back on the field. They snap the ball directly to JoJo Earl, and he goes to the far side with a flag down across the 40-yard line to the 44. Flag was thrown far side.
Most likely an edge hold as he was coming around that big looping run.
They've tried that play a number of times tonight. It is against the offense, against UNLV. Again, Earl scored a touchdown in the Mountain West Championship game against Boise on a play very similar to that. He had that big gallop in the first half.
They try to get all these receivers, again, they're all high pedigree, high speed guys mostly.
Offense, more than 4 players lined up in the backfield at the snap. The penalty is declined. The result of the play is third down.
Failure to have 7 on the line, another name for that.
So that will make it third down. Ohio declined the penalty.
They're going to try 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, whatever this is, 3rd and 6-ish.
Ball's at the 44, their own 44. Rebels tonight are 3 of 8 on third downs. Ohio leads 14-3. UNLV with a third down and 6 at their own 44. Calandria out of the shotgun. Will roll to the near side. Rushes on now. Is hit in the backfield and dropped. He's hit in the backfield and dropped. Great pressure that time by Ohio. Adonis Williams came racing in. One of the first trio of Bobcats to get to the UNLV quarterback and drop him for a loss back at the 40.
Ohio was able to walk Adonis Williams up to the edge there on the right because UNLV only had receivers on one side, to the left, toward us, the Williams side, but they were all covered up with one man on each receiver and a safety back. It freed Adonis Williams to step into basically be a blitzer out of the slot immediately from the snap. 4th
tackle for a loss of the season for the free safety, Adonis Williams, the senior out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Cam Brown on to punt the football away. Line of scrimmage, his own 40. And back deep is Chase Hendricks off the side of his foot. This will take a good Vegas roll. It checks up inside the 20, rolls inside the 15, still wobbling, and will be down at the 11-yard line. A 49-yard kick with the roll, no return. And Ohio will have the football, first down and 10 at their own 11-yard line with 3:35 to go here in quarter number 3 of the Frisco Bowl.
So Ohio survives an early second half special teams gaffe. There have been mistakes. Both these teams have made a bunch of mistakes, but Ohio's let them hurt them less.
Parker Navarro tonight, 7 of 10 throwing the football for 91 yards. He's been picked off once. C.A. Bangura, 11 yards per carry, 10 attempts, 117 yards and a touchdown. Duncan Brune, 7 carries, 23 yards. Navarro, 7 carries, 36 yards. Bangura's the running back behind Navarro in the Ohio pistol formation. Navarro, one hard hand clap, takes the snap, fakes to Bangura, tries to get to the edge near side at the 14-yard line, tries to stretch to the 15. I don't think he got there. Yeah, the line of scrimmage was the 11.
Yeah, got out there behind Bruno as essentially a lead blocker to the outside.
Yeah, he picked up 3 to the 14, second down and 7.
And Ohio's been working the last couple series with Cisse in for Jordan Jones at right tackles. That's kind of changed some of the play calls we've seen.
The 6'3", 305-pound senior transfer from Idaho, Tigana Cisse. Jordan Jones, a second-team Mid-American Conference choice this season. Navarro takes a snap and goes back to throw, tries a middle screen. Pass is caught by Dorwart out across the 20, and he stumbles down. He was about to break out of that pack and was tripped around the ankles and got out to the 24-yard line. Pick up a 10, good enough for a first down.
Yeah, he had a good block out in front of Parker Navarro on the last run play. Good receiver block, good reach block to get to the outside. There he is rewarded with the ball.
Donovan Spellman into the game, one of the end spots, was able to just flip Dorwart off balance and watch him stumble down. It is good enough for an Ohio first down. The ball's out to the 24-yard line. First down and 10, Ohio. Don Dorwart's a guy I think the future's very bright for this Ohio offense.
He's just got to put it on the tape.
Yeah, speed guy, no question. Navarro play fake, rolls to the far side to throw, and sends the ball up to the 35-yard line. Pass was intended for Dorward, who was off balance and trying to regain his balance, but he falls down. His helmet pops off, so he'll have to come out.
Yeah, got turned around.
Pass ball's incomplete. It was behind him.
Yeah, got turned around trying to come back and get it. And Ohio right now doing as much as they can to work away from that right side, either protect Cisse with a tight end or work with some motion or some rollouts to that left side of the Ohio line.
2nd down and 10. I don't know if Jordan Jones was hurt. Haven't got a word on that yet. We'll see if we can check on that for you. Ohio facing a 2nd down and 10. The ball's at their own 24-yard line. 2 wides are to the far side. Bobcats lead 14-3 with 2:07 to go here in the quarter. Navarro again back to throw. Has Chase Hendricks at the near side hash. He slides down after making the catch at the 44-yard line. It's an Ohio 1st down to pick up a 20.
Yeah, just looked off the receiver, looked right, threw over the middle, assuming he knew where Hendricks was, and it was right up the hash to the 45.
3rd catch of the night for Chase Hendricks for 48 yards. 1st down and 10, Ohio. Navarro again, quick snap, near side. Pass is caught and being wrestled down after making the grab for Ohio that time. Coming up with his first catch in a long time was Iman Dennis in at the wideout spot. He's been nursing injuries all season long, and good to see him back. He was one of Ohio's return specialists, and Dennis with the catch for Ohio.
It's been tough for Dennis and Pugh to watch both those guys come in and just not be able to produce some injury in the long term.
It's a 2nd down for Ohio, 2nd down and 7. Catch by Iman Dennis. That was his first of the season. Back to throw Navarro again, and middle of the field, Hendricks makes the catch, spins out of a defender's tackle attempt, and breaks free to the 40, to the 45-yard line of UNLV, to the 40, to the 35, and runs out of bounds. 1st down, Ohio. Hendricks made that catch and then just wiggled out of a tackle attempt and raced to the far side and was shoved out of bounds. It's a 1st down, Ohio.
Quick play. You got it to him middle of the field around the 40. He is spun out, tries to get to the sideline, and gets nearly 20.
Ohio moving downfield with the football.
So much quick game, though, right now. They don't think they can pass block for long periods, so he's spitting the ball out fast.
19-yard gain, Navarro to Hendricks. Empty backfield for Parker Navarro now, who's out of the shotgun formation. Now racing over to line up to his right is the running back Bangura, who had initially lined up as a wide to the far side. Ohio 1st down and 10. Navarro takes the snap and hands off. This is Bangura trying to get out of the pack, but again, will just muscle his way ahead inside the 30. From the 34-yard line, he managed to just muscle his way ahead to the 29-yard line, and that will be the last play of quarter number 3 here at the 2025 Frisco Bowl here in Frisco, Texas. Ohio on top of UNLV by the score of 14-3. 4th quarter's coming up. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Online scheduling makes seeing your provider easier than ever. Click, schedule, connect. Think Holzer first. Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house for healthcare? Don't. Holzer Virtual Care for when and where you need it. Think Holzer first.
Whoa, boss, how did that happen?
Mind your business.
I mean, how did a forklift make a shish kebab out of our company truck?
I said, mind your business, Billy. It's why we have auto owners. We work with an independent agent to customize our policies. So when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered because unlike you, minding our business is their business.
Oh, that's simply human sense.
Protect your business with the right partner. Talk to an advisor at Bickle Insurance. BickleInsurance.com.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Welcome back to the Frisco Bowl. Ohio leads UNLV 14-3 with color analyst Rob Cornelius. Our network producer is Matt Schweikert. I'm Marty Bannister. Happy to have you with us here as we are a half hour away from midnight Eastern time. Ohio leading this one by the score of 14-3. The Ohio defense, we referenced it a couple of times, but it's interesting to note that as we go to this fourth quarter, UNLV this year scored 30 or more points, a school record 11 times, and they also have another rather remarkable run. In 14 straight games, they have scored at least one rushing and one passing touchdown, tied for second this year and dating back to last year with Notre Dame in that category. Tonight, they have just a field goal to show for their efforts against this Ohio defense.
Yeah, they've been balanced and successful all year against pretty much every opponent at Boise who's had their number. And tonight, 8 possessions, 1 field goal, 7 stops for the Ohio defense.
And again, keep in mind, Ohio lost one of its top defenders. Anas Lukman was ejected from the game
immediately
early with a targeting call. But a number of guys have stepped up. Ohio tonight, again, under the guidance of interim head coach and defensive coordinator John Hauser. Scott Isferding is serving as the play caller tonight. Ohio trying to cap off another successful season and win its 7th straight bowl game. Right now leading 14-3 as we go to quarter number 4. Ohio have the football. 2nd down and 5 at the UNLV 29, now moving from our right to left.
Cannot sit on this lead. You have to get in the gas and score again.
Cisse remains in the game at the right tackle spot for Ohio. Bangura is the running back to the right of Navarro. The ball is at the far side hash mark at the Rebels' 29-yard line. One wide to that far side. Navarro will hand to Bangura and started to turn to the outside and took a step back inside and got a minimal gain before he was brought down by UNLV. Cohen Fuller again there for the Rebels. Play a short gain to the 27-yard line. It picked up a couple. So now Ohio facing a 3rd down and 2. The ball at the Vegas 27-yard line.
Probably time for some more Bangura. He had just 2 rushes in the 3rd quarter. He's pretty fresh.
Ohio right now with 327 yards of total offense. UNLV as a team 10th in the 12-team Mountain West, allowing 424 a game. Bangura behind Navarro. 3rd down and 2. Ohio 3 of 7 on 3rd downs tonight. A big conversion attempt coming up here. High snap that Navarro pulls down, hands to Bangura, works to the right side, and I think, well, the line hit the gain was the 24. And it looks like that's exactly where he went and no further.
Yeah, UNLV came up and really crowded the line, and 8 or 9 guys down pretty close. Was pretty much guaranteed it was not a throw play.
He's going to be just shy.
Wow.
They're not even going to measure this. It's 4th and 1, a short one. Ohio, if that makes any sense at all, a short one. Navarro fakes to Bangura, keeps the football, is hitting the backfield, but wiggles out of the tackle attempt and stumbles across the 24 to the 23 and got the 1st down. He was dead to rights in the backfield. Yeah. Jaheim Joseph had him, and Navarro just wiggled out of the attempt and managed to stumble ahead to the 23 and an Ohio 1st down.
Yeah, McDuffie back there as well. They had that diagnosed perfectly, tripped him, but he dove ahead.
You can see Joseph just pound the turf in frustration after that because he had Navarro.
Best shot they've had at him all night.
Absolutely. 1st down and 10 for Ohio. The ball at the UNLV 23-yard line. Big play right there, big conversion. Navarro on the night now with 9 carries and 41 yards. 2 wides either side of the line of scrimmage. It's Bangura on the handoff and is slowed right as he started into the hole at the bottom of that pile for the Rebel defense. Tunmise Analea, the 6'4", 275-pound senior from Katy, Texas. Play gain 1 to the 22.
Yeah, here's Bruin. You've been run heavy. They're crowding the line. You're going to have to throw them out of this to get them off the line. Get them out of that 8-man look in the front.
2nd down and 9. 12:40 to go in the game. Ohio leads 14-3. Bruin to the left of Navarro. The ball's at the UNLV 22-yard line. Again, 2 wides either side of the field for the graduate student quarterback Parker Navarro. He'll now put Bruin behind him, and the Bobcats will operate out of the pistol formation. It's an RPO to the near side. Toss to Bruin. Tries to cut back inside and got to the 20. Was trying to get to the outside, and for UNLV, they had pressure that time. Unable to allow Bruin to get to the corner. He got a yard to the 21. Looked like he'd fallen to the 20, but it is at the 21.
Yeah. They had both the quarterback and the pitch covered. Neither guy, whether it's a keep or a toss, was going to get much out of that.
Isaiah Patterson, one of the linebackers, came in to make the stop. So it's a 3rd down and 8 now for Ohio. The ball again is at the UNLV 21-yard line. Bruin angled off to the left of Parker Navarro. Hendricks and Dorward are the wides to the far side. Navarro takes a snap and goes back to throw. Rushes on. He's hit, dropped for a loss, sack. Brought down. Cohen Fuller, almost untouched, came racing right through and sacks Navarro back at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, couldn't take that. Knocks you back a long way. Now way out of field goal range, and that time beating the left side of the Ohio line.
So we'll see what John Hauser and Scott Isfording will elect to do, and they're going to run David Dellenbach on and try a field goal here.
So from here, you're looking at 45, basically. It's sitting on the 28. Fairly substantial loss there.
Dellenbach's long is 35 this year. That was in the Miami game. So this, again, at the 36, a 46-yard attempt here. Ball is at the just inside the near side hash, and now we have a whistle and a timeout. Ohio calls the timeout.
Timeout, Ohio. 30 seconds. It's the first of the half.
Dellenbach from this distance is 0 of 1 this year.
Kick game has been kind of an adventure, both for ones and for threes this year.
So the timeout by Ohio with 10:54 to go in the game. It again would take it to a 2-score game. Ohio again leading now 14-3. Ohio looking to pick up the victory here tonight and cap off a 9-win season. It would be Ohio's 4th win all time against the Mountain West. Oh, by the way, if you're
they've mostly been in bowls by my recent memory.
Yep. So here we go. Again, the ball spotted just inside the near side hash between the 35 and the 36. Magnus Haynes will hold. We'll call it 35 yards, or 45. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is on the way. It has the distance, it is up, and he splits the upright and good. David Dellenbach with a big, big field goal for Ohio. And the Bobcats increase their lead to 17-3 with 10:49 to go in the game. They're going to officially call it a 45-yard field goal, and it is a big 45-yard field goal for Ohio. Timeout on the field. 10:49 to go in the game. Ohio now up by 2 scores on UNLV, 17-3. This is the Frisco Bowl on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Toyota Thon is on, and there's no better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota, like the best-selling Toyota Camry. Now through January 5th, get 4.75 APR financing on remaining new 25 Camrys, or lease a new 26 Camry LE for $269 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details, or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This is your home for Ohio football.
Dominate this week, baby.
The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You taught me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Ohio leads UNLV now by the score of 17-3. Let's break down the Ohio scoring drive, courtesy of the Donwood Toyota Drive Summary. Donwood Toyota is at 900 East State Street in Athens, or online at donwoodtoyota.com. 14 plays, 61 yards, 7 minutes, 47 seconds. Stretching from quarter number 3 to quarter number 4. Capped off.
UNLV number 43 is reporting as number 89.
Thank you. By the David Dellenbach 45-yard field goal. Ohio 17, UNLV 3.
Yeah, that's just gravy, though. Kick game to get you a 3 from that far out after a big sack. a long drive. Whether you were trying to milk clock or not, nearly an 8-minute drive for Ohio and a huge play count.
Dylan Bach slowly jogs towards the football, swings the right leg, and sends the high end-over-end kick into the end zone where Jaden Bradley will bring it out to the 5, to the 10 near side between the numbers, 15-20. Drops the football. It's loose on the field. Still being scrambled for, and I think Vegas came away with it. The ball was knocked out of his hands, and UNLV did get the football.
Yeah, it just drilled at the 20, but they got on it.
Took a big shot there. The ball popped free, and falling on it for UNLV was
the guy they did the position switch for, who I believe was 43 for 89.
43.
He's wearing 89.
Because he can come in on the return team, and that's the guy who fell on the football. So UNLV will keep possession, and they'll have it first down and 10 at their own 21-yard line with 10:42 to go in the game, and Ohio leading again by the score of 17-3. Calandria straight back to throw. Rushes on. He's hit, and he wiggles out of the tackle attempt now. Comes to the near side, wants to throw. Throws back over the middle. The pass is caught and knocked down after making the catch was JoJo Earl. Ohio had a defender draped all over him that time. That was Kendall Bannister who was on him. Play carried out across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 11 and a first down.
Yeah, great recovery by Calandria to get out of the grasp of the first tackler, the first pass rusher there. And that was Aeneas Williams, another safety blitz or slot blitz.
So a first down and 10 for UNLV. Calandria tonight 16 of 26 for 170 yards. He'll hand off, stutter stepping and then accelerating to the 32 to the 34-yard line on the carry. Was Jet Thomas, the 5'9", 190-pound junior from Atlanta, Georgia. Gets out to the 34-yard line, picked up a couple. Second down and 8 upcoming for UNLV. 9:48 to go in the game. And again, Ohio leads 17-3 in the Frisco Bowl.
Yeah, busy night, getting busier for Charlie Christopher, his 6th stop there.
Jed Thomas was a first-team Mountain West Conference choice this year. Entered the night with 985 yards. Calandria back to throw. The right-hander goes to the far side of the field. The pass is caught, and getting across the 40 to the 45 and getting a UNLV first down was Troy Omire. And the first down keeps the drive alive. The play carries to the 44, a 10-yard gain on the completion to Omire, a 6'4", 210-pound senior from Houston, a transfer from Arizona State.
Yeah, and Ohio's smaller corners are worried about keeping in front of him and getting him out of bounds. They're afraid he's going to power through a tackle.
UNLV wearing the gray jersey tops with white pants, white helmets, and gray UNLV on either side of the white helmets. Calandria straight back, a deep drop, and now will tuck the football and run as the protection breaks down. Midfield to the near side 45 of Ohio, and is finally chased and brought down by Ohio's Charlie Christopher, but he carries quickly to the Ohio 45-yard line. It is a first down, a gain of 11. He took a deep drop. It ends up being an 11-yard gain, a long run to get those 11 yards.
Yeah, rushed for their pass direction held up pretty well, and it's a case of the Ohio pass rushers getting too far north-south and not holding him in the pocket there.
UNLV trying to increase the tempo here. Again, with 8.5 to go in a game, they trail 17-3.
Yeah, they need snaps. They need play count.
Although they did huddle up that time. Again, Calandria with an empty backfield. Again, from the near side will throw. The right-hander near side, low throw, and a catch to the near side by Jaden Thomas, the running back who came out of the backfield. He has done that often this season.
Yeah. Third catch of the night for Thomas. And again, about 25% of the throws have gone to their backs. We've not seen it so much tonight.
Play carried it down to the Ohio 41-yard line. A gain of 4. Will now be second down and 6. Under 8 to go in the game. 7:57 left. And Ohio, again, holding a 17-3 advantage. The tight end Elkson goes in motion to the far side. Also sprinting that way was D'Angelo Irvin. And Calandria, again, back to throw. Again, out of a tackle attempt. Again, rolling with a flag down. Will heave it way upfield. The pass is incomplete. But it would have been all for naught anyway. There's going to be a holding call here. Flag was thrown at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, thrown back here in the right tackle region as the play started to move left, but someone held on.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 11, 15-yard penalty, and an automatic first down.
Wow. So it would have stood, but it is a face mask call. Evan Herman, who was in at one of those defensive end spots. Wow.
Behind the play, again, so you're out of the play, and that's where it comes out.
Wow, that hurts. That moves the ball really way downfield now to the 26, a 15-yard walk-off. And
second big personal foul, effectively hurting Ohio. The ejection early, and then here on the face mask.
So the face mask on Herman, and it's a first down and 10 for UNLV. Ball moved ahead to the Ohio 26. 7:38 to play in the game. Again, they go out of that Wildcat formation. The handoff the snap went directly to JoJo Earl, and the whistle finally comes in. Nathan Hale had him around the waist and was just hanging on, waiting for help to arrive. Jack Freeze got there to help out. DJ Walker came up. Earl got to the 21-yard line, picks up 5, where it'll be second down and 5 for UNLV. In fact, move the ball ahead to the 20, so it's second down and 4.
Yeah, just trying to get the ball in the hands of playmakers regardless of where they are on the field.
Jalen Glover in at the running back spot. Calandria again to throw. Goes far side. Pass is caught. This is Earl trying to get to the edge far side, and Ohio was able to string that out. And Earl was shoved out of bounds just inside the Ohio 20. Bobcats had a couple of guys over there not letting him turn upfield. Joseph Marsh, 6'3", 232-pound redshirt sophomore defensive end, is over there. Play picked up just a yard to the 19, where it becomes third down and 3. Clock rolling, 6:40 to go in the game. Glover stays in the game, angle right off the quarterback Calandria. He has already said he's coming back to UNLV. Takes the snap, and he'll sprint to the far side to the 10, to the 5, and he has dropped inside the 5. It'll be a first and goal. Kendall Bannister saved the touchdown with the tackle at the 2-yard line to pick up a 17 and a first down, coming for the Rebels. First and goal at the Ohio 2.
Yep, no option, looking for space, looking to snap the ball fast.
They get quickly to the line of scrimmage. The snap goes to Calandria, who goes back to throw, rolling to the near side now, still rolling, and is finally just shoved out of bounds. He threw the football at the last moment. Charlie Christopher shoved him out of bounds as he released the football. Let's see what they rule on this.
Got rid of it before stepping out, I think.
Ruling on the field was an incomplete pass.
Okay.
Second out.
But that was close.
It
Christopher
was.
made a very athletic play to get to the perimeter, get to the white.
Well, that stops the clock with 6:02 to go in the game. And the ball planted at the Ohio 2. If that would have been a tackle for a loss, that would have pushed the ball all the way back to about the 11 or 12.
Yeah, Calandria ran himself out of and then back into trouble there.
Glover will be the running back on this set. He is standing behind Calandria, who will work over center. And now they're going to go Wildcat again and send Calandria to the near side. Snap goes to Glover, and he lowers his shoulder, tries to get towards the goal line, and it stopped before he got in. Evan Herman went low to stand him up and shove him backwards. He got to the 1. So it is a third and goal now. The ball at the Ohio 1. Good job by Herman.
Yep, stick to that Wildcat better. They've now seen it maybe 5 times today.
5.5 to play in the game. Kevon Lee comes back in at the running back position. Calandria will work out of the pistol formation. They go strong right on the formation. A man in motion. Handoff goes to Lee, and he is tripped by his own man and falls down. His own man was coming in motion. That was the backup tight end, Matt Burns, and he tripped his feet, or tripped up the runner.
He was pulling. He just got right in front of him, like with no cognition at all. The running back was basically in his right pocket.
Just bumped into him and knocked him down.
I don't know if they mistimed the motion or what. Like they were trying to fake the jet through there with the tight end, but that's baffling. That was terrible.
You could see Burns just throw his hands up in the air when he went into the end zone as if to say, what in the heck happened there? It is 4th and goal now. The play lost a yard back to the 2. And UNLV looks like they want to play, but Dan Mullen wants a timeout first. Well, you talk about getting all the breaks.
First time out of the half, UNLV. Please reset the game clock to 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Full time out of the field.
If Lee doesn't run into Burns, he probably scores. There wasn't anybody over there.
Easily. Again, something in the timing there. The tight end left early or left late or something.
My goodness.
But was in the wrong place at absolutely the wrong time.
Timeout on the field. Big 4th and goal coming up when we return. Ohio leads UNLV by the score of 17-3. This is the Frisco Bowl on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
The Holiday Inn Express Athens is the home of Ohio football. Located just off Route 33 on East State Street, our newly renovated rooms are perfect for your next trip to Athens. Offering both traditional rooms as well as suites, we have the accommodations you need to feel right at home. Enjoy a complimentary hot breakfast bar, free high-speed internet, a 24-hour fitness center, or relax in our indoor pool. We can't guarantee you'll be able to call the offense, but we can guarantee you stayed in the Holiday Inn Express last night. Sleep where the Bobcats sleep. Call 888-HOLIDAY or click holidayInnExpress.com.
Looking for your next experience? Come to Athens County, Ohio, where rolling hills meet vibrant culture. Stroll through historic Uptown Athens, savor craft brews and local flavors, and explore endless miles of hiking and biking trails in the beautiful Appalachian region. From music and art festivals to farmers markets and outdoor adventures, Athens County is the perfect place to relax, recharge, and explore. Plan your trip today at AthensOhio.com. Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong.
David White Services, the largest heating and cooling dealer in Southeast Ohio. They've been the choice of thousands for almost 50 years. Offering the most efficient Lennox heat pumps, air conditioners, and furnaces, David White Services can save you money on your heating and cooling bills. I'm Esther White Thomas, inviting you to call us today to schedule a free estimate for heating and cooling or a new gas fireplace. There's never been a better time to buy. David White Services is a proud sponsor of Ohio Bobcat Athletics.
Fourth and goal coming for UNLV, a 4th and goal from the Ohio 2. This will be the 12th play of this drive, which started back at their 23-yard line for UNLV. Ohio leads 17-3 here at the Frisco Bowl. Bobcats trying to win their 7th straight bowl game and pick up their 9th win of the season and send the seniors out with a program best 40 wins over the last 4 years. The defense has been big night long, has made numerous big stops, and needs to make one here. Again, 4th and goal for UNLV. Again, the ball spotted at the Ohio 2-yard line to our right here at the Ford Center here in Frisco, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. This is their world-class practice facility. Bobcat defense back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the UNLV offense. The marching 110 has been in fine form all night long. You can hear them in the background. So a big play in this game coming up here.
Yeah, bunch of long drives. A long one for UNLV. They've got hit pay dirt to even get close in this thing right now.
They'll empty the backfield for Calandria. Put 3 wides to the far side. 4th and goal at the Ohio 2. Ohio leads 17-3. They'll put a man in motion. Calandria takes a snap. It goes untouched into the end zone. That was all too easy. The tight end Burns came in motion, and that opened a gap on the left side, and Calandria just sauntered right in for the score. And Ohio's lead has been shaved to 17-9.
Yep, kind of froze there and just bounced it up the left side, was untouched in the middle of the end zone.
For Calandria, his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Bunch of plays, bunch of yards as well. Long drive, probably best UNLV drive of this game.
Ramon Valia on to try the extra point, which is up. High end-over-end kick. Easily splits the uprights and good. And with 4:45 to go in the game, Ohio now leads by a touchdown. We'll step aside. Again, Ohio at the 4:45 mark leads UNLV here in the Frisco Bowl 17-10. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
McKee Paving is more than a paving company. We mine the sand and gravel, and we produce the asphalt that builds our roads. And in 2026, we'll be adding a state-of-the-art concrete plant to better serve southeastern Ohio. From driveways to highways, cityscapes to commercial sites, McKee is your full-service partner for paving and construction materials. We're proud to support the communities where we live and work. Building stronger roads creates stronger neighborhoods. Experience the McKee difference. Visit us online at McKeePaving.com. McKee Paving, building the foundation, paving the future.
Bobcat fans know the internet's best selection of Bobcat gear can be found at
BobcatGear.com.
the website that's all about Ohio, just like you, with over 1,000 products online.
BobcatGear.com.
Brought to you by College Bookstore, the #1 vendor of Ohio University merchandise.
BobcatGear.com.
College Bookstore. Visit our store in Uptown Athens or shop us online anytime at
BobcatGear.com.
And here we go. We are kicking off the Saturday game day. He's at the pump, swipes the OUCU Financial Visa Signature Credit Card. First down and 4% cash back on gas.
Great rates and no annual fee. That's a strong game plan right there.
Now he's at the concession stand. Swipe for popcorn. Touchdown. Snacks.
Here comes the extra point, which is just like cash back every time you swipe.
Don't stand on the sideline.
Apply for your OUCU Visa Cashback Credit Card today at oucu.org. Federally insured by NCUA, subject to credit approval.
Ohio leads UNLV 17-10, 4:45 to go here in the Frisco Bowl. Let's pause 10 seconds, allow stations to identify themselves. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. (17-10) again is the Ohio lead. The UNLV scoring drive was a 12-play, 79-yard drive that ate up almost 6 minutes of clock time, capped off by the Anthony Calandria 2-yard touchdown run on 4th down. Ohio 17, UNLV 10.
Yeah, probably their best drive of the game. Again, long, successful, maybe burn up a little more time than UNLV would like, still being down a full possession in this game. But Ohio's got to get in this thing and move the ball and get some first downs, be in position to score or run this clock out. Vegas with 2 times out, so does Ohio.
One of the key words you used in that summation was long, and that's exactly what Ohio needs right now is a nice long drive to seal this one away. Bangura to the far side. Duncan Bruin angled up to the near side at the 8. Bangura's back at the goal line, awaiting the kick of Camden Costa.
Ohio had several chances for a stop around midfield in that last drive, just did not execute it.
Costa will jog towards the football, swings the right leg, and booms this one into the end zone. Bangura will just watch it bounce into the end zone. It bounces out the back of the end zone. And here comes the Ohio offense. 4:45 to play. Ohio tonight with 326 yards of total offense, a $183 of that on the ground. Bangura 127 yards on 14 carries. Navarro throwing the football, 11 of 15 for 143 yards.
You've run for nearly 200. Bangura's only got 14 carries, so you could ride him for a couple series here.
First down and 10, Ohio. The ball at their own 25-yard line. The ball is at the near side hash mark. Bangura stands behind Navarro. Takes the snap. Gives off to Bangura to the right side and is spun down as he tried to turn his way through the hole. Going low for Vegas was Jalen Lee, the 6'3", 300-pound senior tackle out of Watson, Louisiana. On the stop.
Tried to fit that run between guard and tackle on the right side. They motioned the tight end, try and create some slow down those linebackers from UNLV.
Picked up a couple to the 27. Second down and 8, 4:18 to play in the game. Again, Ohio 17, UNLV 10. Bangura again now off to the left of Navarro. First team running back, second team quarterback in the Mid-American Conference this year. Bangura now moves to the right. Navarro will fake to Bangura, gets to a tackle attempt in the backfield, but is finally grabbed and brought down as he started to accelerate out to the 30-yard line. Tumishe Adelea was able to grab him. There's a flag down, though, back at the 22 or 23-yard line.
Yeah, thrown from deep behind the line of scrimmage, most likely holding on the right side of the Ohio line.
Foul, face mask, defense number 30. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run.
That was on the defensive end, Tumishe Adelea.
Ohio got hit with one of those in the last drive. Thought it was a holding, and instead it was an Ohio face mask grab behind the play, and this time script flipped.
Yep. Watching the replay, they showed it here. He reached out with that big left hand and got Navarro's face mask. And a big break for Ohio right there. That advances the ball out to the 44-yard line.
First down and lets Ohio run the clock as much as they want. Another 20 seconds you can take off with this first down.
3:48 to play. And again, Ohio doing just that, using up as much of the play clock with the game clock rolling. Handoff goes Bangura to the left side, keeps those legs churning and just barrels his way across the midfield stripe into UNLV territory. A couple of yards shy of the first down. That was just strength right there by Bangura. Now there's a little extracurricular activity going on.
But now it's time to burn his last half dozen carries or so. Unofficially 16 for 135, 136 is where he sits right now.
Davian Weatherspoon and Jordan Jones, who's back in the game at that right tackle spot, were none too happy with a couple of Vegas defenders. They might not like the way that Bangura was brought down. Second down and 2, the ball just across the midfield stripe at the UNLV 48. Ohio's moving from our right to left, just to the lower left of the Dallas Cowboys star logo midfield stripe here at the Ford Center. We have hit midnight Eastern time. Handoff goes Bangura across the 45 down to the UNLV 43-yard line. I think it's the first time we've called a game that's gone past midnight.
Yeah, we don't work out west that often, even the Central Time Zone. So this is a big spot, obviously. 9 o'clock on a holiday weeknight. This is a pretty special time slot for this game and these two teams.
2:25 to go in the game. Again, the 2-minute timeout is upcoming. Both teams have a couple of timeouts left. And Ohio with the ball at the UNLV 43-yard line, facing a first down and 10. First down tonight, the 18th for Ohio's offense. Two wides are to the far side. The near side is void of wideouts. Navarro will hand to Bangura, slowed in the backfield, and tries to just push his way ahead again for a couple of extra yards. Blessing Alu Tuiole Motu was the first Rebel to get there and slow down Bangura. That allowed some teammates to arrive to finish him off. The play carried to the
UNLV called their second time out of the half at 2 minutes and 1 second. Please reset the game clock to 2:01.
Play carried right back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. It'll be second down and 10. So UNLV used the timeout prior to the 2-minute timeout.
So effectively, to get a free stoppage or an extra stoppage out. It's like bidding $1 or whatever and Price is Right. Get it down as far as you can, but get the result you want, which is 2 plays. It won't take any more than a couple seconds.
Timeout on the field, 2:01 to play. Ohio 17, UNLV 10. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Online scheduling makes seeing your provider easier than ever. Click, schedule, connect. Think Holzer first. Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house for healthcare? Don't. Holzer Virtual Care for when and where you need it. Think Holzer first.
If you're traveling to a game, a weekend road trip, or just around town, you need to stop at GoMart. You'll find a GoMart open 24 hours a day right off the interstate or right off Main Street in your local community. You can refuel your ride with quality gasoline and also yourself with popular snacks, drinks, and more. We're making it easy to keep up with your busy schedule by keeping you on the go. GoMart is the proud sponsor of Ohio Bobcat football.
Go for good times. Go for GoMart.
Looking for a place where you can relax and recharge? Welcome to Hampton Inn Athens. Enjoy our spacious rooms with comfy beds, free Wi-Fi, and a delicious hot breakfast every morning. Plus, stay connected with our high-speed internet and unwind in our refreshing pool and hot tub. Whether you're on a business trip, a family vacation, or just passing through, Hampton Inn Athens is your home away from home. Book your stay today and experience comfort and convenience with a touch of Hampton hospitality. Hampton Inn Athens. Your comfort starts here. Go Bobcats.
.201 to play in the game. There will still be the 2-minute timeout coming up after the next play. Dan Mullen trying to manage some clock here and try to keep the hopes alive for UNLV to get the football back. Ohio still has 2 timeouts to use. And again, the Bobcats with a second down and 10. The ball's at the UNLV 43-yard line. In a game they lead, the Frisco Bowl, Ohio leads 17-10.
Perfect execution of trying to get a free timeout there. Ohio may have wanted to throw or do something to run the thing and make sure it went under the 2-minute window there, but it did not. It was tackled at the 2:02-2:01 mark.
C.A. Bangura has had a big night in his final game as a Bobcat. 18 carries, 142 yards. Has a touchdown tonight. Parker Navarro also has a rushing touchdown. Second down and 10. Again, the ball at the UNLV 43-yard line. Center Nick Marinero over the football. Puts that big right hand on top of the football right on the laces. With Navarro now in the shotgun formation and Bangura off to his left. It will be Bangura on the handoff to the right side. Gets through a gap close to the 40, or inside the 40 rather, down to the 37, perhaps to the 36.
And got most of it.
This is the 2-minute timeout. Please set the game clock to 1 minute and 56 seconds.
So there is the 2-minute timeout. It's a gain of 7 for Bangura to the 36. So that'll bring up a third down and 3 for Ohio with 1:56 left in the game. Ohio right now with 343 yards of offense. I know there is a lot of speculation, a lot of chatter about what happens after this game, and it had pretty much been indicated that this was not an audition for John Hauser tonight, but I tell you, with the way this team has played this game this evening, there are a lot of things I think to like about the way this team was coached tonight, Rob.
No, it really was. You saw some new wrinkles. You saw some things on defense you hadn't seen on the film, hadn't seen on the tape all season. You saw them manage some things. You saw them try some things and do it largely successfully, all while falling back on this Ohio team that stops the run at one of the highest rates in the MAC and the highest rates in the Midwest.
3 wides to the near side for Ohio. Bobcats with a 3rd down and 3. Again, the ball at the Vegas 36-yard line. C.A. Bangura stands behind Parker Navarro. Ohio on 3rd downs tonight, 3 of 9. Bobcats were the best in the MAC in that category during the regular season. RPO to the far side. Navarro with the football. Gets inside the 35, inside the 30, and has a big Ohio first down as he gets inside the 30 to the UNLV 29-yard line. First down, Ohio, and that was a massive first down gain of 7 right there for Ohio.
Yeah, consider the podcast, consider the pitch, but just trusted himself to get outside the hash, the numbers, and got all he needed and a few more.
And that will force Vegas to, or will they use the timeout?
They have one.
And the clock continuing to roll right now. This is interesting. They haven't called the timeout yet. Play clock's at 7, it's at 6, it's at 5, it's at 4. It's a first down, Ohio. The ball's at the Vegas 29-yard line. Navarro takes a snap, and unless the scoreboard is wrong indicating timeout, so across the way it says they have one left.
They have one.
Timeout of the game, UNLV.
And now they call it.
Yeah, they should have done it before the 120 mark. Had to do it before the 120 mark. Now Ohio can run a run play, run the clock, run 40 seconds, by which point the final clock will be 37 or lower. And Ohio's about to win this game by double kneeling it out. Huh. I better go downstairs. This is pretty cool.
It is. I tell you, I mean, Dan Mullen's probably forgotten more football than you and I will ever know, but I'm just a little amazed they let that much time run off the clock and not burn that time out.
His wife's a Bobcat and a sportscaster. He'll hear about it tonight. See you post-game, Marty.
All right, Rob. 2nd down at 12. Now Ohio's in the victory formation with 1:19 to go in the Frisco Bowl. Navarro, one hand clap, takes the snap, goes up 2 yards, down to a right knee, and Ohio is going to cap off this season with their 7th straight bowl victory. And for this senior class, it's 40th win. And Ohio will finish at 9-4 on the season. And cap off a season that obviously didn't finish where they wanted to finish, but they finished with a victory. Again, down to another knee as Navarro. John Hauser just got the Gatorade bath on the far side. Big hugs all the way around for John Hauser, Ohio's defensive coordinator and serving as the interim coach during a very tumultuous time with this program over the last couple of weeks. And now, with this game coming to an end, we will all wait and see what happens next for this Ohio football team. Ohio wins. The Bobcats, their 2nd victory in the Frisco Bowl. They won here in 2018, and they win here tonight, again by the count of 17-10 over UNLV. With the victory, Ohio caps off a 9-4 season. UNLV finishes 10-4 on the campaign. Once again, the final score tonight. Stand up and cheer, everyone. Ohio beats UNLV by the score of 17-10. Postgame's coming up next. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Whatever temperatures this winter brings, your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer is ready to help. Your dealer is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names. Whatever your heating needs, your local Bryant dealer will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort.
Schedule your appointment today with Patriot Air Comfort Systems online at patriotair.com. Patriot Air and Bryant, doing whatever it takes.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
This is your home for Ohio football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Once again, the final score here at the Ford Center in Frisco, Texas. Ohio wins the Frisco Bowl, beating UNLV by the score of 17-10. With the victory, Ohio puts the Raps on a 9-4 season. UNLV falls to 10-4 with a defeat. Ohio also wins its 7th straight bowl game, a streak that started back in 2017. And Ohio with the victory again, beating UNLV by the count of 17-10. The trophy presentation here at the Frisco Bowl coming up momentarily. John Hauser got drenched with Gatorade. Players are surrounding the podium where they will present the Frisco Bowl trophy and the MVP presentation as well, too. We'll listen in here to the post-game announcements here at the Frisco Bowl. Everyone waiting for the post-game to get underway here. The presentation of the MVP award, as well as the Frisco Bowl trophy. Another one for the trophy case in Athens in the football offices at Peden Stadium. And Ohio winning it again tonight by the score of 17-10. Bobcats got on the board first at the 10:02 mark of quarter number 2 after a very eventful first quarter, which featured a number of turnovers. A Vegas touchdown was called back on a holding call. We'll listen in now again to the post-game awards being handed out.
From Scooters Hop, the Executive Director Sean Johnson and CEO Joe Gordon alongside me on stage. Sean, to present the Offensive MVP Award, I think we can all guess who it goes to, running back C.A. Bangura.
Ohio C.A. Bangura named the offensive most valuable player. And why not? Bangura tonight, 149 yards on 19 carries and a touchdown. And Adonis Williams named the defensive player of the game. Williams tonight with 5 tackles. Charlie Christopher led the way with 7. DJ Walker had 6. Jalen Thomason had 6. And now the presentation of the Frisco Bowl trophy. John Hauser will accept the trophy. And again, on a evening where so much attention focused on things surrounding this program, the football team steps onto the field tonight and manages to do what it came here to do, and that was win this game. And John Hauser posing with the trophy right now, his family near him, the players surrounding him. And Ohio wins it again by the score of 17-10. Recapping the scoring for you in this game tonight again, Ohio got on the board first at the 10:02 mark of quarter number 2 when Navarro capped off a 10-play, 84-yard drive with a 5-yard touchdown run. The extra point attempt, however, was no good. Ohio led 6-0, and that would be the score at the half. In the second half, Ohio, after the half ended with DJ Walker picking off a pass in the end zone, on a UNLV drive. Ohio took the opening possession of the second half and went 75 yards in 9 plays. The drive capped off by a 23-yard C.A. Bangura touchdown run. Ohio then went for 2. Navarro found Chase Hendricks in the end zone to make it 14-0 Ohio. UNLV got their first points at the 7:33 mark of quarter number 3 when Ramon Vieira kicked a 50-yard field goal to make it 14-3 Ohio. At the 10:49 mark of quarter number 4, Ohio would push the lead to 17-3 when David Dellenbach booted a 45-yard field goal. Ohio led 17-3. UNLV at the 4:45 mark cut it to 17-10 when Calandria on 4th and goal at the 2 went in untouched for the score, 17-10. But UNLV was not able to get the ball back, and Ohio wins the game again by the final of 17-10, the 7th consecutive bowl win for this Ohio football program. Again, the final, Ohio 17, UNLV 10. Stay with us. Our postgame show coverage continues on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bobcat fans, the Hugh White family of dealerships is your hometown Athens dealer. And to show our commitment to the community, we're offering free car washes for Ohio University students and faculty, as well as college grad discounts with all of our new brands. But that's not all. We provide free concierge service for faculty. We'll pick up your vehicle and drop it back off after service. Take advantage of our leases at under $200 per month. Come visit us on North Columbus Road, less than 5 minutes from campus, or online at visithughwhite.com. And remember, if the deal is right, it must be Hugh White.
This is your home for Ohio football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Presented by Holzer.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Another Bobcat football game is in the books.